Yeah, that should work. There we go.
Muted.
Hey, volume test. We're back. All right. Hello. D&D time.
Well, listen.
Sure. Wow. My God. All right. So, damn, what did we do last time in total? I think we started the session in bringing the
Show us the
actual.
clip.
Yeah, play the clip. Play it. I should grab that. Actually, that'd be funny. Where are my clips?
You are hosted, good sir. But
Thank
maybe
you.
the last time.
Oh yeah, it doesn't work anymore. That sucks.
Going away. Yeah.
That's too bad. Got an echo a bit, no?
Echo, echo, echo. Echo.
Echo.
You're an echo.
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 Guys, you're just going to convince him he's losing his mind. He's already got a tenuous grip on reality as it is. Let's not.
There we go.
Yeah, for sure.
There, watch how I'm right in the chat. Now, so the players brought a siege weapon back to the town and then went and visited the warlord Cato.
Yeah.
When they were there, they talked about a bunch of different things. One of them that the men didn't do. The men had got the weapon, but the men weren't that good, so he was going to go out and address the men. In the other clip that we can post, it's called "Cal Gives Away the Plan." I didn't play that one for you, or
Gives away the plan to who?
Kylo. Oh, let's get it. Let's get that one out. That's a good one. So in this one, what you say is that while you were out getting the siege weapon, people from the kingdom came up and your guy ran away. Your guy left, basically telling him that something was up with Macedo. Macedo was there, but then kingdom soldiers came and Macedo was driven off unexpectedly. So your guy was driven off unexpectedly.
I didn't tell them a name. I just said some dude in robes on a horse left.
Yeah, you described him perfectly.
Yeah, the dude on the horse with robes on.
Yeah, his inside guy. So instead of going to address the men, this is where he said, "Okay, well, wait a minute. Interesting. I'm going to go investigate this." And he had left. He had went down to a southern church, burnt out church or temple. At that time, you guys went back into town to, I think, talk to the men. Talk to the men about a bunch of various things and get some ideas from the guys at the tent. Have some food, do some arm wrestling, get some information. From there, then you went and visited Budo. And the course of talking to Budo, Jackson spoke to Budo and, conversation went this way and that way till we kind of got into the idea that we were telling him John was going to eventually march north to Hema and take over the Hobgoblin town, of which Budo was conflicted on that and said, "Oh, really? Okay. Well, what are you going to do about that? What's your vested interest in this? You guys are here to help him do that, right?" And you said, "Well, not necessarily. We have different interests. Some could be money, some could be this."
But we got this one friend named Squee.
With this guy named Squee. So he said, "Okay." Basically,
Budo is Buddha's cousin. That's right, Jax. You know everything. You should write this stuff. It writes itself. Literally. The players write it for him.
That's how it goes, man. I do minimal work. I'm trying to remember where we left off, though. I know you had the conversation with him. And,
And Kylo said he wanted to go try and break into where Cato was having his conference or scrying or whatever with Macedo.
Which is what we assume, of course.
Yeah. And
He's just having a bath and a manicure. We don't know.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he wanted to break in and try and see if he could figure out what was going on, and that's where we ended it.
That's where we ended that. Where did we end the conversation with Budo?
Oh, with Budo, what we'd said, where it ended up with him was, we said, you don't know where we sit, so maybe if you want to get a feel for where our loyalties lie, maybe you might want to watch them test that siege equipment and don't stand too close to them when
Right.
they do.
I see. And May had disarmed that.
So
Okay.
he's either gotten everything out of us and is going to double cross us at the first chance and fix the damn siege weapon,
He
or
could.
we have an ally.
You have you might have an ally. All right, so it is. I think it is that night, if I'm not mistaken. You had left Budo's. Jackson stayed behind, I thought, with Budo.
Yep.
He stayed behind. You guys were marching back towards the house in town, and then
Yep.
from there, who wanted to go where?
Alec was talking about wanting to go take a look at things, and we said,
Oh no, I was told by our commander in chief, Claire Val, that no one was going anywhere tonight. That it wasn't.
no, that's not what I said at all. What I said was, okay, why do you want to go? What are you hoping to accomplish?
Where's the clip?
Play the
You
clip.
explained it, and I said, okay, great. So how do we do this?
Oh, we were talking about pass without a trace and its
Trace and
limitations.
invisibility,
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Mister. He was supportive of your idea.
Were you? I didn't get that
Yeah,
from your tone.
He just wanted to know. Wait, hold on. Let's back up the train here before
Yeah,
I
all I
hop
said
onto
was,
this.
why do we want to do this? Not just because
Yeah.
someone's bored. No, you had a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Let's do it smart.
Well, of course I'm going to do it smart. Who do you think I am?
I've been traveling with you for months. I know exactly who you are.
Not
So-
my fault that Ragnar got eaten by the mind flare.
So, does anyone want to go with you? I am not that stealthy. I should probably not be going with you. I think we talked about having May go with you as well.
We did,
As long
yes.
as I'm not in the power armor, I think it can be pretty stealthy.
Yeah.
Yes, power armor is not an option.
I can't do invisibility on 2 people, though. I can only get 1 person.
Which one of us is the least stealthy?
Well, I wasn't really looking for invisibility. I was looking for us to go and take a walk there and then just kind of blend into the darkness, because it's almost nighttime, and stealth into the building
Okay, well, I figured
and see what's going on.
it doesn't cost us anything to use the invisibility. We're about to go to sleep, so we're going to get it back tomorrow, so why not use it?
We could. You can only cast it on one person, though.
I'm the least stealthiest
Yes, you jingle as
With
you
a
walk.
negative.
I know.
with a -1.
You got like paper clips hanging off your armor or something. I don't know, you're thinking of- and tied to the back. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, who wants to go? What's our plan? We're gonna have Kyloke, obviously.
Yeah, I'll go too.
Kyloke and May want to go south to the
What
burnt out church.
What
Ranthron,
if
what do
we
you think?
all head that way? What if we all head that way, and then me and Clairval can just kind of hang out.
Yeah, we can just go for an
Watch.
evening stroll.
Okay.
We
Yep.
could just keep watch and see if there's anything going on outside while you guys go in.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what my suggestion was originally. We go for a walk, because we're celebrities in the city, sort of, or the camp.
Yeah.
We pulled
The
this
issue
thing
with
off. So
celebrities attract attention.
yeah, but we can pretty much walk wherever we want, to a point, and then we just kind of filter off into the darkness
Okay.
from where you guys are, and you guys just continue your walk. Go on.
All right.
Be like, hey, look at that over there. It's a moon. It's a full moon.
Great.
Like nobody's ever seen it before.
Yeah. So we wait for Jackson.
No, you won't eat Jackson.
Where's Jackson at?
Jackson was staying with Budo's camp there.
Oh, okay.
You'll have Jackson in the morning.
Okay. Jackson's gonna try and fuck a hobgoblin tonight. Okay.
I didn't say
Eat the
that,
fuck.
but you can think that.
Hey, I'm not judging. All right.
All right, so you travel as a party.
I'm kind of surprised if Jackson isn't in chains by morning. So
No, he was meditating and then learning from the men. I think it was what he was doing. And trying to build trust in Budo's camp. You guys will make your way across the town towards the southern area where they pointed out a larger building, a church that Cato was going to be staying in. As you get within distance, you can see this thing, and you can see up the road. Just using your passive perceptions, you can see that it looks like there's some guards, let's call them, near this church. You can see at least 2-3 guys walking around near the front entrance of it, down a single road, solitary road going south. You're kind of at the top of that road, back in the inside the town, inside the camp. Where do you want to split up from here or do from here?
Do you want the invisibility, or are you just going to rely on your pass without trace?
You have May as well. Just
You can cast it on May if you want, and I'll cast the Pass Without a Trace.
May, you are invisible.
Nice.
Okay, so May is invisible.
And then I will cast Pass Without a Trace on the both of us.
Okay.
Invisibility.
I need to have a way to know where she is, or she needs to make sure she follows within 30 feet.
Well, she knows the general idea of the spell. Within 30 feet, she cannot be tracked, so she won't leave footprints or tracks. She can't be heard, because you're both silenced. But you're not... She's invisible, you're not. You're only stealth with a +10. So, that being said, and I guess you leading, because we can't see her, how do you want to approach? When do you want to stealth? Where do you want to stealth at? Etc. etc. You can't just walk up the road.
It is nighttime, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I'm assuming that kind of railed fences run down the side of this road toward
for the most part, yeah.
Or a wall, like a
little half wall.
Or half wall. Okay, so we shall stealth behind the wall and sneak off into there and along the wall.
Okay, that's fair. Give me a stealth check. Only you, because May's invisible. We don't need a stealth from her.
Okay, where's my stealth? All right. So I got a 7 on the roll. I get a +1 from my armor, or is it advantage from my armor?
You get advantage from your armor, so you get to roll again.
Okay, I get to roll again. Okay, so I got a 7. So that's 17 or 27. I'll take the 27.
All right, 27. So you have a 27. You have a very good stealth. You're going to make your way down the road away from Clairville and Branthron, who will be either continuing a stroll through the town in a little patrol type area or whatnot, or if they're keeping eye on kind of where you're going and just talking, whatever. You guys go along the wall, hiding in the shadows until you get, I'm going to say within 60 feet at this point of the front of the building.
What's the front of the building look like?
Okay.
We got for guards and that, and everything up above.
There is stuff up above. You're going to have a large church or temple that is, in most instance, is in good condition. It looks like it's actually was being repaired or redone before the siege of the town. So there's some scaffolding on it. At the very front, there's steps going up to a double door, and there's 2 to 3 guards, we'll call them, very laxed men, Easterners, standing around out front. They seem to be gossiping to each other, talking to each other. There's some, hey, that was really good food. What do you think? Yeah, blah, blah. Just shooting the shit.
Idle chat. Okay.
Idle chat.
Nothing important to our mission.
Nothing important. There's some braziers lit out front to have some light by the front door, but not much else you can see coming from inside. Give me a perception roll, you and May. Let's see what else you see here.
$15.
You got a 15, and May gets it's rolling. Oh,
25.
Shit. 25. All right. May, you, as you're looking around at this building, and you can see that there's scaffolding and it's kind of under construction. On the left-hand side, you notice up about, we'll call it a second floor. Scaffolding has some wooden platforms up on it, and there seems to be a doorway or an entranceway on the left side of the building on the second floor up there near the scaffolding as well.
guess I'll point that out. Can I point that out?
Yeah, for sure. She'll point that out to Clairval, or not Clairval,
idea.
Kyloke, sorry.
No idea what you're pointing at. I can't see it.
She shows it to you. Oh, yeah, I guess she can't. She's invisible. She'll tell it to you.
Move your finger to point towards
Oh.
it.
Who's grabbed my arm? I'm just joking.
Smacks you with your own hand, points up at the thing. It's up there. So she points that out. You found 2 entrances so far to the building that are
Front
possible.
And then up above.
The front and above. The above looks like you'd have to climb up to, but it's a possibility. The front, there's guys there.
Okay. How
could
far away from the guards is this area to climb up at? Or a good spot to climb up at?
I would be to the left. So if
Away
you're
from the guards?
if you're looking at them, away to the guards to the left, a fair distance, maybe about 90 feet, we'll say.
So does the scaffolding go around the corner of the building?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And there's platforms running along, or is it really tedious till those platforms?
Platforms up near the second story, we'll say. On the ground floor, no apparent ladder or platforms there. You'd have to climb up the scaffold itself, the bar.
Okay. You want to climb up, May?
Can you hear me when I talk with pass? Is it still pass without a trace?
Yeah, I cast it on you. I can hear you.
I think
Okay,
you
perfect,
two
okay.
are within a 30-foot bubble where you can talk, but everybody outside of the 30 feet can't hear you.
Yeah, I mean it's worth a shot to get up there.
I just could be looking the other way, and you could be behind me talking, so I don't, because I don't know where you are. How far up is it? Sorry, to get up?
It's about a second story.
No. To get to the to climb up, like,
Yeah.
can we reach up and grab the scaffolding, or do we have to boost up to the scaffolding, or?
No, you'd have to climb up. You clearly have to
Oh,
climb.
so we can
yeah.
climb up. We don't have
Yeah.
to boost each other up or anything. Okay.
No.
Okay. So you want to climb up? I'm not saying do you want to specifically you climb up. I'm saying should we climb up, May?
Yes.
Okay. Let's
All
climb
right.
up.
So you got to get from the wall over to the scaffolding. The men do have a chance to spot you, but with a plus 25, you're going to be well hidden. Oh man, or plus 27. I did roll
Yeah,
a
yeah,
19,
27.
but it still doesn't give me enough to beat you. So you make it. You make it across from the edge of the wall, through the shadows, maybe through some long grass, over to the edge of the scaffolding. You're on the left-hand side of the building. Once you're there, you kind of get into the shadow of the left-hand side of the building with the moonlight coming down. It's kind of a little darker there. You're out of the visibility of the men, and you're looking at a scaffold going up before there's some platforms. How do you want to climb up? Just straight up climb, or do you want to do something special?
Want to do a backflip into a pirouette?
roll for acrobatics.
You got acrobatics,
Never ask that question. I'm going to use my athletics and climb up.
All right, go for it.
Oh, I rolled a 20, so it's 27.
All right. You just scurry right up the poles.
There's my 20. I used my 20 up on the one. Worst possible thing to roll 20 on.
You get up the scaffold onto one of the wooden platforms. You look about, you can see a doorway leading in just up ahead of you. Looking back and down, you can't see no trace of May.
So my acrobatics is better than my athletics, but I rolled an 8.
Okay, so you're invisible and silent.
Yeah.
Within 30 feet.
Yeah. I'm not 30 feet away from her.
I guess not, technically. You climbed up and over. You do see that some of the bars down below tend to shake. She got an 8, so some of the bars shake. One of them falls over, hits some of the other bars. Would make a lot of noise, but it's within the 30 feet, or it's in the 30-foot bubble. Nobody outside of it can hear. You don't know how May's doing. You just see a lot of shaking and bars falling down there, and that's about it.
Hey, are you okay? Did you bake it up, or are you on your back on the ground?
My pride is a little bruised, but I am okay.
Okay.
Try again.
What's with the bunny and the cat?
A bunny cat.
Try again. What? What are we trying?
Oh, she can either try to climb up again, or you could try a new
Oh.
way to get her up if you have a
Okay, she
different
didn't.
idea.
She didn't get up. Okay.
No, not with
I
an
can
8.
reach.
Let me
Reach
try
down.
one
Have
more
you
time.
reach down? Have you grab my arm?
What are you gonna reach at? She's invisible.
I can reach down and she can find my arm's not invisible.
I tried again. It was 11, so not much better.
11. What we're gonna say is she gets somewhere up the scaffold. You can't see where. She's about halfway, she would say. Kind of holding on with 2 hands to one of the bars. Doesn't feel, she can go up. She's like stuck. She's like holding on, just trying to hold herself there.
I'm going to reach down and say, May, grab my arm.
Am I anywhere near the arm, though?
Come close to the arm and grab my arm is right here. It's not invisible.
do a dex check.
I do a dex check?
No,
or she does a dex?
she'll do a dex check. You do a strength check. So if she can leap to your arm, you pull her up.
Strength check.
Yeah, check.
So
I got a nat 1.
I get 11.
Wow,
I'm beginning to think the scaffolding was a bad idea.
All right, you see really fast a humanoid outline in the dust below, and some dust kind of come up.
I just face palm. Maybe find another place. If you go too far from me, you're gonna be heard, but you're invisible. So why don't you go see if you can find another way in down there? If you can't get up, or try it again. Try one more time, maybe.
I don't know, my pride is pretty bruised at this
If you
point.
didn't land on like a spear or something, you should be okay.
May you stand up and you're like, oh man, just climbing this isn't for me. You kind of look around and back to the pier on the side. See the men at the front door. 3 guys. They're very relaxed. They're kind of leaning back, talking. They're not right at the door. They're kind of a little bit away from the door. Door's open. It's ajar. You could try if you want. You'd have to be silent.
Do I get a bonus on my stealth check because I'm invisible?
Advantage.
I give you advantage. Yeah, it's fair.
Alright, I'm gonna try to sneak past them.
Okay.
If it doesn't work, I can pretend I'm a ghost or something. I got a nat 20, I think that counts.
There you go, 21. She's able to go up near the front. The guys are talking. She waits till they're really into a story or whatever. Scurries up the stairs, through the double doors, and into the main chamber. Passing that along to you, obviously, before she left. She was going to try to find another way in.
Hey, assuming she made it, I didn't see the guys move, so I'm assuming
You
she
can't
made
see
it
from
through
that,
the door.
that side of the building, but
I didn't hear a commotion.
you didn't hear a
I'm
commotion.
assuming she made it through, so I'm going to continue up to the opening.
Okay. Make your way up to the opening on the left-hand side of the building, and you peer inside.
Peer in before actually entering the opening, just make sure there is not a archer or anything up there.
Good idea. Look in, and you can see inside. It's like just a little like catwalk almost all the way around most of the southern part of the church on the inside. It's a little balcony up there. You're kind of walking around in. Nobody's up
Anybody
there.
up there?
Nobody up there. You look down. Give me a perception roll as you come in and you're looking around.
I got a 13.
Okay. All
Is that
right.
me too?
Yeah, go ahead. Yes.
25.
Nice face palm.
Okay. All right. Kylo, you come inside. You don't see much of nothing. You see the church below. It seems in fairly good order. Some pews down there, and there's a front part where there would be like a little stage or an altar. Although it looks like it's been a little converted. There's a cloth over a stone slab with something on it covered with another cloth, similar to what you saw at Budo's when you were there in the back room. Looking about, there's a lot of curtains.
Budos?
When you were at Budo's, when you first saw Budo in the back room, and he opened the door,
I know, yeah.
there was a lot of curtains on the walls, big, thick, heavy curtains running from top to bottom, all around the area at the north. And there's a lot of little hallways and hideaways down below, all covered in darkness. It's pretty dark down there. The only light is coming from a single candelabra down near the front where the altar is. Some light coming in from the open door at the back. Of course, you don't see May.
With my dark vision, of course I don't see it, but with
No.
the dark vision, how far can I see?
60 feet.
But
Yeah,
so nothing within the 60 feet.
nothing within the
is
60. No,
Interesting.
no,
And there's no one around.
not that you see. No.
All right. Well, I will. I'll make my way in. I will make my way in stealthily.
All right, you're in. You're still up, but you're in.
Okay. Walk around the. I'm gonna go around the edge of the
Mm-hmm.
walkway to see if I can find a staircase or a ladder.
Okay. Walk around the southern.
May just tripped over something coming through the door. Landed in the pews. Still invisible.
You make your way around the southern part there, and you do see a single little looks like a construction ladder, something basic, going down. It's in one of the bottom corners. We'll say the bottom left corner. Make your way to that, and if you want to go down, you go down. Very easily.
Take another look around because I'm in a different vantage point. See if I see anything.
Just look around the room. You don't see much.
Yep.
So-
I still rolled. Not
What do
any
I see
higher.
with my 25?
25, you first come in, May, and you can see in the dark too, I believe, right? I think she has dark vision as a tiefling, pretty sure.
Where would it say that?
Oh, racial
Uh,
features.
If you're
Oh,
looking
yeah, I
at
do.
your,
I would
I was gonna say,
assume.
if you're
I would
looking at
assume
your thing,
she
it says
does.
right at your
Yeah,
senses
yeah.
there. Under your
60
senses.
feet, dark vision.
Okay. You guys both look around. You're at a different spot, but you can see Kylo come down this ladder, and you can move over if you wish to meet him. Move over to meet him, and begin to look around. Same thing. You see a bunch of pews ahead of you, bunch of little offset hallways here and there, kind of going off maybe on the right and the left, and then at the very front there's a little stage area with an altar on it, object under a cloth, and a lot of long curtains dividing parts of the room and parts of the stage at the front.
So she doesn't see. You didn't. I'm going to say to her when she. Obviously she's going to do something, so I know she's there,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
May.
The only thing for May, I'll say, because she got a 25,
Yeah.
I'll say that when she first came in, I'll say she hears some shuffling, some movement, and then it seems to stop when she gets in
Like
and
in the
starts
room?
somewhere inside the building, which could have been Kylo himself.
Okay. So if I talk while I'm next to him, no one else can hear it still, right?
Correct. Within the 30.
Okay. So be like, I made it.
Okay.
Finally.
I'm
Are
Hi.
you sure we're alone? Because I heard some shuffling around.
Well, I'm going to concentrate for a minute, and I'm going to use my primeval awareness,
Ooh.
which lets me know whether there's any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead present within 1 mile of me, or within up to 6 miles if I'm in my favorite terrain.
Out of all those, the only thing you're going to get is maybe nothing within the building registers as one of those. However, within a mile, you're going to get fiends and undead within a mile.
Well, I expected that. Yeah.
They seem far off. Nothing in the building is technically any of those things.
Okay.
You take a minute to concentrate and try to see if you can track anything. May concerns that she heard something moving around in here when she first came in, but doesn't see anything.
I'm also going to use my survival. I'm going to do a survival roll
Okay.
and see if I find. Hey, got a new follower there.
Thank you. Welcome to D&D every Sunday.
I'm going to see if I notice anything on the floor that looks like new tracks, or like
Mm-hmm.
something's been through. Something's disturbed the area relatively recently,
Okay.
just to see what's going on. And I got a 11 on my survival.
tracks obviously coming and going from in here with an 11 on survival. You can't quite pick out anything that determines too recent. Looks like it's all been recent. There's the men's boots from out front. There's obviously Cato's been here. You just can't get an exact time. It's an elephant.
There's apparently a rhinoceros is here.
Maybe not the best idea to bring to a stealth mission.
May I suggest some tracks? What kind of tracks?
Well, footprints, like you were doing, but you got an 11.
Okay. No, I don't see. I don't seem to think there's anything in here. I don't know. Did you see anything on the way in, May?
I think I just had the door that I came in. Did I see anything else?
You didn't catch a glimpse of anything, but you definitely heard something moving around. Kylo can't identify at the moment if it's recent or if it's been within, a day or so. He can't nail it down time-wise. But he knows things have come in and out of here. Cato's been in and out of here. We just can't figure out exactly when he was in or when he left, or if he left.
What are you good for?
What are you holding up a fence out there somewhere?
I'm pulling the focus.
Pulling the focus. Anyway, okay, so we're here. There's curtains around the walls on the outside, or just in the center area?
Around the walls. So if the front area where the stage kind of is, we'll call it, right? It has like a border, like a half arch, right?
Yeah.
There'll be big, long, heavy, thick curtains all the way kind of around that, separating the wall, the real wall, from part of the stage. They may pull for certain things, or statues are behind there, whatever, right?
Okay, so let's keep. I suggest to May, let's keep along these curtains, just in case there is something that we're not seeing, so we can duck in behind them when we need to. So,
Okay, you guys are down in the main chamber, right, where the
so
pews
we're
are.
head along the wall over toward the altar. Now we didn't see who's here. Cato? Is it Cato that we're tracking here?
Yes.
We didn't see anything that suggests that he's here.
No, not yet.
And obviously there's no sound. We don't hear any voices or anything, because you said the only thing that she heard was movement.
She heard movement. You
That's
make your way along one of the walls, I'm assuming the left, towards the front area, the stage area. When you get there, you see these big, heavy curtains. Using your current stealth and her invisibility, you slip behind the curtain on the left-hand side. Okay, looking back behind there, it's very dark, but you have your dark vision. You can still only see ahead of you.
Here. See, like,
This is a good old thing.
highly stealthy.
Mostly.
Is that what that scream was? Earlier? It was a spy deer. As opposed to a spider.
You can still only see ahead of you so much because the room curves, right?
Yep.
But as you get behind the curtain and you begin to move, you can see there's large statues on there, some Eastern type gods and everything along the wall that they've separated from the room for ceremony and whatnot. But it's pretty quiet. You move to a spot back there where the curtains separate. They're closed, but there's a separation where they come together. What do you want to do? Or do you want to continue around back there?
What's behind them? Just take a peer in.
You're behind them. You'd be
we're
peering.
behind them.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'd be
So we are
peering
behind
out.
them at this point. So there's not a room behind them or anything.
No.
No secret room.
No.
Okay, so nothing's entered the room since we've moved along to here, right?
No.
Nothing coming and going.
It's only been a minute.
How close to the altar are we now?
So you're at the altar. You're up there.
At the altar.
You're just behind the curtains along the wall. Right? So you're on the outside perimeter.
Okay. Okay, May, I want to get a look at whatever's under that thing, because Budo had the same thing at his place. Well, I'm assuming the same thing. Same type of setup.
Mm-hmm.
Just in case it's something that I think it is, you're invisible. Can you go take a look?
I can certainly try.
See what it is, because I can't stealth from a scrying orb or whatever that might be if there's someone looking from the other side.
All right, May's intention to go look.
I will keep watch from the wall.
All right. You basically part the curtains at the seam, and she steps out into the stage or the altar from the side wall, left-hand wall. She's completely invisible and can make her way over to the altar. There's a cloth over a round object sitting on top of it. It's about waist high. What do you want to do, May?
Sorry, what do I see?
So at the center of this room, think of a room that's kind of a half arch. If you were looking at it straight down from the top, okay, it'd be like an arched room or a half round room. And at the center, there's a stone altar or slab. It comes up to about your waist. On there, there's an object in the middle of the altar that has a piece of cloth draped over it. From the outline of the cloth, it looks round, about the size of a bowling ball.
I'm not in the room, right?
You are in the room. You're in the center of the room near the altar, right out in the open, but you're visible.
Think of like a church. We're up at the altar.
Yeah.
Church. It's kind of an alcove that we're in behind the curtains. We're coming from the back of the church now because we've gone around the wall.
Okay. So what exactly am I looking for?
I was suggesting you walk up to the altar and lift the cloth off whatever the circular thing that's sitting up there, the ball that's sitting up there, and see what it is, because we want to know what it is.
Alright, I'm gonna very carefully only touch the cloth and nothing else, and just kind of try to slide it off.
Good choice of words. All right. You do that, and you see below there is, it looks like almost like a crystal ball, but it's completely black.
That's terrifying.
The closer you look upon it, you can see swirling clouds inside of it. Nothing else at the moment.
Do I know what it is? Can I do like a history check?
Do you have Arcana?
I do a little bit. Do I just roll an Arcana check?
Yeah, go for it.
14.
With a 14, you know it's obviously some kind of magical device. You're unsure 100% which. You're assuming it'd be more so like a crystal ball, based on the fact that Kato was here. You think to communicate with Macedo.
I'm going to say to May, does it look like the thing that Clairval has? The crystal ball that he has.
Similar. I would assume his is a little smaller. It's not meant for larger folks, and his is more of a clear crystal ball, but same idea, yes.
Okay, so it'd be like similar in the way that it is also a sphere.
Okay. What's inside of it?
Swirly clouds.
Swirly clouds, okay. Is there anything around the ball? Anything on, like, laying next to it? Incantation or a piece of paper or incense or anything?
Is there anything else I can see?
Nothing that you can see of, no.
I don't see anything else, just the crystal ball.
Does the ball have a star on it and the promise of a wish if you could gather all 7?
What?
He's just reading the comments. All right, she has moved the cloth off. The ball is exposed. May, with your original perception of 25, you can hear more movement coming from the main room where the pews were. That's where you were, where you left to come back to the altar part. Over there on your now left-hand side, so now you're facing back towards the front door. On your left-hand side now, you can hear something moving around. Seems rather large.
Does it seem like they're gonna come inside the room I'm in?
It sounds like a single pair of feet, very heavy, coming from the left-hand side down one of the hallways. It does sound like it's approaching back into the main room, yes.
I'm gonna carefully put the cloth back over the crystal ball.
Okay.
Find those balls, those 7 magic balls.
And see if I can get a
I'll give you
closer look
magic
while I'm still
balls.
invisible.
You put the cloth back over the ball and go where?
To get a closer look while I'm still invisible.
Okay.
Let me know what's going on before you go.
Yes. I hear something. I'm gonna go investigate.
Okay, I'm gonna reconcentrate. It's been a while since I rolled my perception, right? So I can do it again to see if I can hear what it is.
You're standing behind the curtain and you just want to use your ears?
Sure.
Okay.
Damn it.
That's going to
11.
give you a disadvantage anyway because it's a heavy curtain.
I got 11.
All right. You stay back there. You hear her say that. May you walk out stealthily or quietly, whatever. I'm going to say quietly, into the main area, down the little altar and into the main area.
I'm gonna move up to coverage, but closer to her so she stays within the 30 feet.
She's still within 30 feet, but you have no idea where she is. You're behind a heavy curtain. She's invisible, and you're trying to listen.
I'm gonna move back toward the corner on the right hand side. So we're facing out. It'd be the left hand side when we came in, but the right hand side. I'm gonna move back along the wall behind the curtains to where the alcove ends and the wall of the temple begins.
Are you gonna
So
peer
I'm closer to
peer
where
out?
she's at. Yeah, I'm gonna peer out and see
Okay.
what's going on.
All right. You make your way around back there, peer out, and see as
I still want her to start making noise.
you can't see anything because she's invisible, but you can peer
I
into
know,
the
but I
into
can
the main
see
room.
into the darkness.
Of course you
I see
can.
into the room. And what do I see?
The darkness sees you back. No, she makes her way down the altar into where the pews are, and immediately looks to her left, and you can see May over there. It is Karn. He is there. It's this big, nasty, half giant looking guy. He has a clay.
You said Karn?
Did I say the wrong name?
Yeah.
Cato. Sorry.
Cato. Okay.
To the left, he has a clay jug, and he's just taking a drink out of it. Seems to be kind of standing against the wall, just drinking out of the jug. He's got a large sword on his hip, heavy crossbow. You immediately would.
We can beat him. He's got a crossbow. Those things don't work in this world.
Yeah, those things, they'll
They're
fight
just
back.
dangerous.
Kylo, you see nothing because it's dark. There's nothing there within your vision. It's in a hallway. What do you want to do there, May?
He doesn't seem to be doing anything, just like...
Looks like he's walked up the hallway. He was back in a hallway somewhere down there, and he's walked up more near the front, almost to the exit into the main part of the room where the pews are. He's taken out a clay jug, and he's taken a drink out of it. He's still armed. He's very armed, like you've seen him before. And he's just, at the moment, he's just stopped. He's taking a drink. Looks like he's thinking. He's deep in thought.
I think I'm gonna just kind of observe a little longer. See if he does anything else.
All right. You watch for a bit. You see him recork the jug. He pops it down onto his side of his belt, and he begins to walk out from the hallway into the main part of the room, through kind of past the pews and into the main hallway that would lead to the front door. Just walks out. As he walks out, that's kind of where you are. You have to move somewhere.
Sorry, what was that?
You're in the main hall. And
Okay.
you're down from the altar in the main part of the area where the pews are. He's coming out that way, right towards you.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of shuffle away.
Okay, give me. Let's use acrobatics or athletics. What I'm gonna do is you're gonna time your movements with his. As he comes that way, you're gonna step out of his way, but remain close to avoid bumping into him.
8. I really can't do acrobatics today.
All right. He'll make his way out towards you. And as he does, you're thinking, okay, I'll just kind of slip over the side, slip here, do this, But he comes a little quicker than you expect, and he's a lot bigger. Kind of knocks you off balance as he comes in quick, and you try to take a step over and back behind him. You go down to the ground. As you do, it makes a little noise. You see him kind of stop, kind of looks around, looks back towards the altar. He goes, "Someone there."
Well, I'm not going to answer him.
He goes, "If someone's
should
in
be
the
able to hear-
shadows."
He shouldn't be able to hear you. Anyways.
Must have been the wind.
Elder Scrolls.
You'll see him look right back towards you, Kylok.
Mhm.
Right? Kind of step back, draw the curtain a
Well,
little.
I'm hiding, yeah. I'm hiding.
Yep. Kind of watches, looks both ways, gets a feeling someone's there. Can't see anyone. You see him walk over, back towards the front. Takes a minute, opens the main door, steps outside.
Oh, he went out.
Goes out the front door.
Oh, he didn't go to the altar.
No.
Damn,
Are you
we
still in
learned-
there just to take a drink?
We learned nothing. Well, we did take many hours to get here. Not like this is a TV show where, as soon as we go here, he's actually doing the thing that we came to see him do. He might have done it like the hour that we were at the other place.
Why would he come into the altar room just to drink a mug, though?
He was already in here, you would assume.
Okay.
He'd been in here earlier.
Okay, so he's left, right?
He's left, technically.
Okay, so I'm going to move toward where I believe that May went down, keeping again to the shadows along the wall, but staying close because I would have seen where he bumped into her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna move over there. May, are you okay?
I am good.
Okay, let's
Still here.
let's go check out where he came from. Sound like a plan?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna make our way over to the hallway.
Okay.
Go down the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
What's down the hallway?
Okay, there's a small hallway, and there's a couple of rooms back in there.
Okay, nothing else down there.
So a hallway goes down, and then there's one or two doors for rooms, and the hallway continues on, let's say north, out of your sight.
All right, so let's move down the hallway.
Okay. Do you intend to pass the rooms to go see where the hallway turns?
I intend to keep an eye on the floor, watch my step, get to the first door, and listen.
Okay. Seems pretty silent.
Okay. Is there any light coming from under the door?
No, all dark in here.
Okay. I'm going to open the door.
Okay. Open the door up. Looks like a normal size room. Has a table. There's books and things here and there in bookcases and whatnot. I guess on the table there's a map laid out of this surrounding area with some drawings upon it.
What's specifically drawn on the map?
There would be the town you're in. Where we at? Saracen. Hema is drawn on there, as well as the mountains to the north, and the Kingdom City back to the east, and whatnot.
Any other battle plans or anything written on there that I can make out?
You see some drawing on there, yeah, some drawing on there, or battle plans or whatnot. It tends to draw back towards the Kingdom City where the original siege weapon was captured.
So, let's see what I want to do. Let me try an investigation. I want to see if I can determine whether this is the plan
Mm-hmm.
that was devised to go and get the siege weapon,
Okay.
or if it's something new. I got a 10. 9 plus 1 for
Okay.
investigation.
Could be, yeah, with a 10, it's going to be either one. You don't know. Could have been drawn earlier, could have been drawn later, but it definitely has markings and etchings back towards the city and to the area where you captured the siege weapon. Looks like a laying out a plan of its path, intended path by the soldiers, and your attack path north through the bamboo forest.
So, yeah, okay. Anything else on the table?
No, nothing of value.
Any interesting books draw my attention?
We'll say a handful of random things in there. Might be worth reading.
Anything that I should grab?
If you wish, but you could put down books from Temple for now. We'll sort them out.
Okay, I'll grab a couple of books from the temple.
Okay.
Ooh, he's stealing.
Hey,
Steal it.
some of these might be magical in nature for our friend. Actually, forget that. Before I touch the books, I want to cast. Catch up on my spells here. I want to cast Detect Magic.
All right, detect magic. If you can detect magic in the room and look around the room, only one book will radiate magic.
I'm taking that book.
All right. Search your room. Come away with the map. Come away with the book. Do you take the map or leave the map?
I'm gonna leave the map.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave the map undisturbed. I haven't touched the map. I just looked at the map.
Okay.
I don't want anything to show that we've been in this room other
Alright.
than that we've taken the book.
All right. Back your way out of the room. Close the door. Where do you wish to go?
Yeah, back out, close the door, down to the next room.
All right. Go over to one of the other rooms. Open it up and look inside. Just full of supplies. Looks like old supplies used around the church.
Any gold?
Back.
No gold.
Any silver?
Some decorative things. Sure.
Any wine?
4 bottles of wine.
Okay. I'll grab a bottle of wine.
Okay. All right. Take a look around the room.
I'll leave the other instruments of silver. I don't.
Okay.
We don't deal in silver.
Determine just the supply room, nothing major here.
Okay. All right. How many more rooms we got?
It would just say the 2.
Okay. So now we're gonna come to a corner, right? And then it heads north. You said.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, peer around the corner. What's going on down the hallway?
All right. Looks like it just continues on and then goes down to a long unused staircase going down below the church.
Okay, now that we're here and we've looked through those 2 rooms and we're headed down this way, can I determine whether he came from the room we were just in
Mm-hmm.
with the map,
Mhm.
or did he come from the hallway?
Sure. Give me a survival again.
I'll give you a. You want a survival or
Yeah.
you want a perception?
Nah, go for survival. Use your ranger skills.
Oh, it's the same plus either way.
All right.
Ooh, 14 plus 4, 18.
Good enough. He came from the map room.
Came from the map room.
He went pretty much no further.
All right. Anything else you want to do in here, May?
I think I've seen everything I've been looking for.
All right. So make our way back to the altar.
All right. As you come back out of the hallway and the offices and whatnot, you can see that once again he's inside the room. So you come back into the hallway to the end, back
Okay.
to the area that would lead to the pews and the front part of the room, and you can see that he is entered again. He is walking into the room up the center, and making his way towards to the altar.
All right, we're gonna hide. I'm gonna hide anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good
She's
idea.
invisible. She doesn't have to hide.
Okay.
Although I do have to
And-
not try to fall over.
I'd like to get close enough to hear him.
Okay.
So make our way down the wall toward the ladder
Okay.
to get within earshot.
Give me a stealth though as you go.
28.
Okay. 28. Okay.
The natural one.
You see him walk in the main room, up to the front where the altar is, scoop up the towel or the cloth and the orb, put it under his arm, and begin to march back towards the front door. You make your way over to the ladder at the bottom corner and try to get within earshot of him. You can, of course, hear him. He's not saying anything. He walks through the main room, back to the door, out the door, and closes the door behind him. As you're listening, you can hear him outside say to the men, "Let's go." Gets up on his horse, and you can hear his horse and the men as they begin to prepare to ride off.
Right. Scurry up the ladder.
Okay, gonna go outside.
Make my way to the opening up on the scaffolding
Okay,
and watch as they ride away.
all right. They ride away.
Did they all leave?
Yeah, they all leave. They go back towards
All
town.
right.
Clairvel and Branthrin, you two see them. You notice the general and some of the men ride up the road and into town. At one point, they break off. The men tend to go to one area. Cato tends to go back to that ruined building where you first saw him, encountered him.
I'll try sending a message to Keller. How's it going there, guys? We just saw Cato leave.
Man, we ain't found shit.
120 feet is how far we go. I don't know if it'll pick him up or not.
Oh, are we quite a bit farther than that away?
I think you're almost further than 100 feet. Yeah, I think you'd be more than 100 feet away.
Okay, so I can't hear. All right. Being done here, I'm gonna climb down, and head back. I'm assuming May is heading back with me as well.
Yes.
Okay, you two make your way up the road back towards the other guys.
I'm up behind Clairvel and Branthrin, and I'll drop the spell so that we're kind of just right behind them. Hey,
Yeah, coming
guys,
over
how's it
you.
going?
Wow.
Do that.
Really?
I nearly killed you.
May is here somewhere. She's still invisible. In fact, she might check you. You guys should check your coin purses.
All
Might
right,
have stolen your pants.
you gather together. You get the information from Clairval that the guy who said take it off and split off.
So we didn't find much. I found a book that Jackson might be interested in. That's about it. So I brought it with me. But beyond that,
I
there
mean, there was
wasn't
a
much in
weird
there.
black crystal ball.
Yeah. They took a look at the black crystal ball, which she says looks like the one you have. I don't know. You guys can compare notes later if you want, or now, whatever. If you want to pull that thing out here in the street.
I'm going to choose not to just whip it out in the middle of the street. Called-
That
Usually
sounds like
gets
a
you-
good idea.
It usually gets you arrested. Yeah.
well, I do end up in handcuffs often, but usually not arrested.
Yeah.
You gotta sing for that first.
No. That's how he gets unlocked, is he sings like a canary.
Pretty bird. All right, so
Gather
it's
together.
Getting later, we're back together. I'm assuming Jackson is not coming back with us.
No, Jackson's out for the night.
Okay, so we should head back to your little dwarven friend's house.
Yep.
Make your way back to the cabin. Go inside. Dwarf has not returned. He's not come back yet. You guys are in there. It seems fine. Everything's secure. Anything specific else you want to do?
Well, let's bring me up to speed on what you guys found. So you said you found a ball, and I'll pull out my crystal ball. It looked like this.
It was black. It had swirling clouds in it, and was it bigger?
It was bigger.
And it was bigger.
Sizes and everything. It's how you.
Well, it was big and black.
Yeah. So
Yours is brighter. If you care, yours is brighter.
it was big and black. The black one was bigger than mine. We're just gonna let that one go.
Yeah, just let it go.
So this is probably how he was contacting Macedo back in the kingdom. It might just be a one-way. Zucchinis were nice. It's probably how he's contacting Macedo back in the kingdom and keeping in touch with him. So he's probably been brought up to speed that the princess is missing.
That's a key point.
It might be worthwhile for us to try and have a conversation with Cato tomorrow, see if we get any new information out of him. Maybe we can figure out what Macedo's up to.
Excellent. Also, in the meantime, here's the book that I found. If you can make anything out of it, I assumed it would be something that Jackson might like to have, and I got you a bottle of wine.
What's the book?
You look at the book and it looks like a prayer book, like a Shrine Maiden prayer book. Reading it is full of holy literature and whatnot, but there is in there an incantation or two based on what's the holy magic? Not arcane, divine.
Fine.
Is it clear who this is praying to, or do I need to give a religion check for this?
You can give a religion check, but it's not to a straight god. It just seems to be
17
Yeah.
on religion check.
so. It's just a general prayer book, we'll say.
Okay.
Or maybe Kara would like it then, instead of Jackson.
So
Did the twins come to the city yet? No, we haven't.
they're in the
brought
ship.
them.
Yeah, they're in the ship.
Oh, they're in the ship, right?
You bring up a good point, Clairval, there, and he tells you about that. What he thinks of that. What do you guys say to that? Anything or?
Just that we'll have to give it to Kara when we see her. That's
Well, not
Maybe
the
she can-
not the book. The
maybe
fact
she
that
can make something out of the book.
not the book.
Oh, about
but what you found. He's
About what he found?
he said he was assuming Cato is using the orb to contact Macedo, and
Yeah.
and has learned now that the heir is missing.
Oh yeah, I definitely think it's planned to find out what's going on in the morning.
Okay, anything before morning? Everybody
I'm
sleeping.
going to bed.
All right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Stumble off to my my chosen couch.
All right. Who's keeping watch?
I'm gonna say I think we should set a watch.
I'm
I'll
sleeping.
take first watch.
All right. We got first. Who's second?
I'll do second.
All right. And
I'm
third.
sleeping tonight.
Gonna have to be May or nobody.
All right, guess it's me then.
All right. It's gonna be May. Okay. Let's see. Oh. All right. Clairval, you take the first watch and just make sure things are going okay. Are you inside, outside the cabin? What? How do you want to keep watch? Inside. All right. Keep watch inside. Just make sure everything's okay.
Yep.
Goes on pretty well into the night. Branthrin, you were woken up. How do you want to keep watch?
Also inside.
All right. Keep yourself inside. Just make sure everything's staying fine. Throughout the night till May, near the morning, you're woken up, May, to take the watch. Anything special you want to do?
Just walk around.
Inside or outside?
Both, but
Okay.
like staying within so I can see both kind of where I am. Like I'm not walking too far.
Fair. Give me a perception roll.
See a cat.
Yeah, she sees the dice rolling and is like, woo. 17.
17. Okay. I did roll a 5, so that would be you. You would be 5, 6. So something does happen on your watch, which as you're outside looking around, just kind of keeping to yourself by the cabin and whatnot, you see some men passing by as it's still the night, but going to become early morning. Some of the men that are walking by, you notice 2 of them look really familiar. They were 2 of the guys that were out at the church last night acting as guards. As they walk by, kind of nod to you or whatever, like, just passing through. But you notice with the 17, they keep an extra eye on kind of what you're doing and where you're going. As you slip back in to go back inside the cabin, you get a final glimpse. You look back and you see them looking at you as you make your way in.
Lovely.
Make your way in and you finish off your watch. Morning comes, everybody wakes up.
Maybe
Fully-
they're just looking for a good time.
Fully rested. Get everything. Well, you get what you get back after a full 8 hours rest. Same with Jackson.
Fully rested. I'm up early. I'm cooking them all breakfast since they had a long night on watch.
All right. Certainly have the hearth inside. Jackson,
Here's your breakfast, folks.
Yep.
Breakfast, folks.
what are you doing in the morning?
At that point, Jackson is probably he's actually gone back to the cabin, but stayed outside the cabin
Okay. All right.
and just rested outside the cabin.
Okay.
Big fish man sleeping in the street.
All right. Day comes. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I'll be like, hey, just so you know, those guards from the place we were yesterday looked like they were keeping an eye on us overnight.
Sure, they weren't just wondering why you were out there in the middle of the night, wandering around the streets.
They seem to be paying extra attention.
Oh yeah.
We do have a little bit of celebrity status, so might mean we got made a few enemies too with former teacher pets.
Or how much we're getting paid.
Yeah.
Well, that's our negotiation, not theirs. You need to ask for more.
Yeah, I think it's a lot easier for them to just hate us.
Or stab you in an alley. Either way. Hey guys, we get paid a lot more than you. Which alley you take back home?
We're not here to make friends.
So the
Really?
day comes.
We're here to be under the guise of a troop that could hold our own.
That's
Share
right, which you
information.
are.
Sleep till noon.
I was just gonna say, kick ass and chew bubble gum.
And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Get some food, get some rest. Went out last night, tried to learn some things. Got what you got.
Yeah, didn't learn much. But they have a way of communicating.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson, did you see anything going on at the at Budo's place overnight?
What do you want me to roll for that?
For the most part, it was quiet in there unless you did anything specific. Kind of the men were meditating, doing prayers, that kind of thing. There was, in the morning, they're practicing their martial arts fighting. They're mostly monks. Budo himself keeps to himself unless he wanted to chat him up for any particular other information. But nothing big happened. Nobody arrived. Nothing like that.
No, Jack.
Nope. Jackson froze out. Yeah, he's in delay. I think he said no, though.
Yeah, I think he said no. Okay, well, you were talking last night, Clairvel, about going to see, was it Kato this morning?
We didn't necessarily want to go first thing this morning, but yeah, let's wander around camp, see what's going on, and we can check in with Kato and just say, hey, you got any word on something you got for us to do? Because we're getting a little restless here.
Oh,
He's-
before we leave though, I'm going to pull the communication stone out of my backpack and show it to May. May, do you think you could make something like this?
Could I?
Which communication stone? The one from our Elven?
One that, yeah, the Elven guy gave me.
She would need time and materials to do that. Nothing she could whip up on the spot.
No, but she could do something like that.
Possibly, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to lend it to her to study. I want it back though.
All right, let's make a note because that's pretty important. So she has the crystal, the communication crystal from our guy up north. All right.
Because my idea is that we get some smaller ones made
All right.
that each party member can use, so we don't have to worry about if Clairvel is unable to cast message to us.
Well, maybe we can, instead of the stone, we can find, like, if May's not able to whip something up easily in that, maybe get something fashioned into like an earring or something that we could wear inconspicuously at all times.
I think we still have some. I think we still have some gems in one of the bags. We could use gems, and she could fashion something. I'm sure. I don't know what her tinkering skills are like, but she is an artificer.
What is the limitations of my tinkering abilities?
Well, as per the book, obviously, but we're going to make some exceptions for certain things, if there's something we want to do.
Yeah, if you can make like a wristband or like you said, an earring or something that we could use. Whatever,
Yes.
whatever the DM figures that you're capable of making at your level.
You think I could make some jewelry?
She could do that kind of stuff. Not on the road. Would have to be in a city.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure she can.
Just something to keep in mind, because we really need a communication
Mm-hmm.
device other than Clairval every once in a while going, "Hey guys, I'm in your head."
Mm-hmm.
Don't act like you don't like it.
You bring me comfort every time you talk to me.
That sultry voice.
That smooth melodic tone of yours.
All right. So you got a good idea to make a communication crystal in the future. Clairval has an idea to see our guy later on and ask him if there's any work.
Yeah.
What
so
else do you want to do?
We'll go for a walk through town, like you said, and let's see what's actually going on during the day. Because we came to town late. We slept. We went on the all-day siege. Came back, kind of partied with the boys,
Mhm.
and then talked to the generals. Now we haven't really seen what's going on a day-to-day basis here at the camp. Maybe there's
Right.
some things we can do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like
Some of the men
What's
are going to
to
be
do, right?
hunting, you know what I mean? Doing that kind of thing, fortifying the town. You notice a squad of men are their job is to continue fortifying the town, building new fences. They go out to the edge of the forest, they cut down some bamboo, they get some sharpen the edges, begin building a continuation of a fence. Some other structures in case they're attacked, this kind of thing. Some of the men are training, honing their skills, practice fighting. Some of the guys have taken off into the woods to do some hunting. They don't seem to have something right now that's a big mission, so they're doing little various tasks at the moment.
and nothing shows that they want to stay here long term. They're kind of making it into a
It's a makeshift camp.
current
They're
built-in
waiting for
makeshift
Jun
camp.
to do this big next mission, right? To
They're not restoring the town. They're just building around their camp.
yeah, they're just securing it for now until they move.
Did we actually lose Jackson?
Jax?
Yeah.
Jackson. Did we actually lose
Oh,
Jackson?
I don't know if Jackson's still in chat. Jackson's gone. I messaged him in the Steam. He's not there. Oh, what was that? Is he there?
I had to switch over to my phone.
Oh,
My
good.
PC froze.
We got his voice. Okay, we got audio. Okay. I got his image up anyway.
Okay.
Okay, so in the day you have various tasks you can do, but there's nothing major. I mean, if you want to do simple mercenary work, you want to help with the guys, you want to hunt, we can do that. That's what's up on task. There's no major mission right now that you see yet. You know the one is upcoming, but there's...
So then we should go get Kai and Kara and any supplies we need from the ship.
Well, let's talk to Cato. When he
Wanna do that
says that he's
first?
got nothing for us, that gives us a good excuse to go get the twins, saying, hey, all right, we're feeling restless. We might go wandering around a bit, maybe hook up with some of the rest of the company.
Okay. I'm going to go to where Cato would normally be, in the ruins of that one building where we saw him before.
Yep.
Or look for... Yeah, okay. You guys make your way there as a party?
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
You make your way down to where Cato used to be, in this ruined building. He would patrol town, and you'd hang out kind of in this ruined building. You make your way there like you have before, and as you come up, his men, of course, are there, and they see you. Whatever, you're allowed to come and go. They kind of point, hey, he's inside, that kind of thing. Guys enter, make your way in. He's in there. You see him in there. He's got he's hunched over a table. Looks like he's working on something. Kind of sees you, rolls it up, puts it away, and turns around to address you and see what's going on today.
Did it look like what he had last night?
Dragon.
No, it's not what he had last night. What was that? Sorry?
I think 5 across is dragon. I assume you're doing a crossword puzzle.
said to him. Okay.
Crossword puzzle. He goes, "Oh, you guys are back again, eh?"
Well, yeah.
We miss your happy talk.
Well, I'm glad you're here, actually.
Good.
I got a mission, and I could leave it to the regular boys, but the way this one was talking, he points over to Kylok, maybe they just screw it up again, I guess, right?
Well, I can't talk. I only know them from one day. I've only been here
He goes,
so
"Well,
long.
you're the guys with the skills, and we need guys
You hired
with..."
them, so you must trust them. I mean, there goes that shows bad leadership on your part.
There's that word again, trust. You're still learning mine. Looks over at you. Says, "I got a mission for guys with skills, if you guys have skills. Have you shown you have? And with what you told me the other day there, some knights just showing up and our guy having to leave. Let's just say I got some bad information. Seems a group of performers turned up recently at the castle, the royal city. Made their way off with someone of rather important note.
Ah,
Eastern
Why-
woman. He
Why
gives you a
tell us
name.
this?
Did you want a mission, or are you gonna just
Oh,
go
this is the
hunting?
mission, this is the mission, not just the local news. Okay.
I'm not gonna talk to that one. Who's the? He looks over to Clairval. He gives you a name. He goes, "This woman's name is Amiko," and he kind of gives a brief description of her. He goes, "You don't need to know much else, except she's very important." Gives you a description of this traveling troupe, the best he can. They had this rhinoceros, this bear, and whatnot. And he says, "I need this woman found. There's not too many places these guys could have gone. Maybe one of the nearby towns. Maybe Hema. Maybe tried to flee south along the river. Either way, we don't think she's too far. She was contacted just the other day and then vanished.
what's the
By
other
my
day?
guy.
How long has she been missing?
She'd been missing for a while, a couple days, but our guy was able to get a hold of her just a day or so ago before she vanished.
Which way? Did you got a map of the area?
Just in general, you want a map of the area?
I want him to pull out a map of the area, point
Okay.
out where they were and where she was last seen.
Gets a map.
See if I-
Gets a map of the area and pulls it out for you and shows that along the southern coast where the water was, and then going up towards where you guys are in Saracen, he points to a spot and he says, "She was somewhere in this area before she was, we'll say, out of his range."
Okay. When was
Okay,
that?
so
That would have
so
been
aside-
a couple days ago, I think.
How was she
aside
traveling?
from him talking to Clairval, we're looking at this map. Do any of us realize where that was, and was it where we actually were?
If
That she was seen.
if he's drawing this with his finger, what he's saying is she went this way. What you know is she went that way by airship on your ship. He doesn't know
Okay.
that. He has no idea. He just knows she went that way, and
But
that
she was being
she was
tracked.
being
and now she's
tracked.
disappeared.
and now she's disappeared because Jackson had her in the ship way up in a certain spot, far away, and for whatever reason she can't be tracked right there. So she's kind of vanished there.
Okay.
Gives you a good description of her, good description of the people he thinks is responsible.
Do the descriptions match us in any way, shape, or form?
No.
High five!
Yeah.
And just don't bring that rhinoceros to town.
Just don't start juggling things. Is that what
Okay.
you're saying?
So, like, I've got the map and I'm making, like, I'm pointing out spots. So this is where she was, pointing to the kingdom.
He goes, "Yep."
This is where we last had contact with her. How far apart between when she left and when she reached this point?
I think it was 2 days, so we'll say 2 days.
Okay, so I start doing some mental math in my head. So she's
32.
traveling by very fast horse to get that far.
He looks, he
That is-
goes, you're right, it's very quick.
How many days has it been since then?
Since what part?
Since you
Oh,
lost contact with her?
So,
That would be 3 days at
yeah,
least.
3. Yeah, 3 days.
Okay, so then basically, I won't mark up his map, but I'm going to basically take the distance that it was traveled, add another 50%, and then draw a big ass circle. So as of today, if they kept that same pace, this is the area that she could be in.
Okay. And where
You
you?
got
Yeah.
nothing. You got nothing to track her with. You've got no idea where she was specifically going or why she left. Correct?
Oh, he says these people intentionally took her, smuggled her out. She didn't leave. Somebody grabbed her.
Have they made a ransom demand?
He says nothing yet. No.
Okay. Does she have? I understand she's got some value to you. I don't need to know what the value is to you. Do the people that took her know what her value might be to you? Has she made an? Have they made a ransom demand to you guys
He
or
thinks-
to Judd?
He thinks about that for a second. He grows very concerned. He's like, yeah, that may be true. She is worth, well, the kingdom will want her. We want her. We'll have to contact these guys. Either get her back or pay whatever they're looking for to get her back. She's very important. We're going to want her over that kingdom. That's a good point.
What if would she have wanted to leave on her own accord?
He says it's a possibility, but she wouldn't have had the skills to do that. Someone did
Okay.
that.
No, but if these are some, heroes for hire that are out there that she hired to get herself out of town,
Then you got to kill them and bring her back.
well, my point is for knowing the distinction gives us an idea of where she may be.
Well, where you draw the circle,
Yeah,
Based-
that circle's going to be huge.
it's going to be huge, but based on what you kind of calculated in the distance or whatever, it's going to be north of Hema by that mountain pass going up into the northern lands. It looks like
circle. So if we were traveling, I'm trying to do this.
I know. John Madden.
We're drawing up slightly, okay, but now I'm doing a circle. I could have backtracked. I could have gone past. Where
Oh,
I
okay.
was.
I thought you were going for an accurate area. Okay.
Oh,
No,
he
I'm
is.
drawing a full
Okay.
circle.
Okay.
The area that they could have covered. If they chose to backtrack, they could even be the other side of the kingdom right now.
Oh, never
'cause they've
mind.
been
then. Okay.
3 days further.
Or on
Okay.
the ocean.
He's going everywhere. Okay. Gotcha.
Oh. Can't see it, Liam.
It's got to focus. It's,
Focus. There's no hope.
there's no hope.
No
It's a
hope.
bunch of X's and O's.
So he's sending us on a
Circles
sending us
so-
on a fool's
Let me
errand.
get this straight. Like, has there been some kind of problem with our results so far?
He says, no, you showed skills. That's why I'm coming to you.
You're sending us on a wild goose chase over half the continent here. You've got nothing to go on. You've got a major offensive coming up where you know we can be of use, and you're sending us to go find some lost princess.
You don't want the job, I'll grab others.
I say you should send those other yin
Send
yangs.
your other incompetent nincompoops, but like, look at this map. You need to send a lot.
A lot. What do you mean?
I mean, you have a lot of area to cover. How much of this area, just today, let's assume from some magical reason,
Give me a persuasion to say this.
okay? So I rolled an 18, so that would be a 30.
Nice. Okay. All right. So giving him an idea. Do you want to spread his troops out? Is that what you're trying to get? Send all the men out?
Well, I'm throwing that out as a suggestion that if she's that much of a priority,
Okay.
you need to send out a lot of troops to cover a lot of areas. You will have a hope of finding her.
All right. So he believes you. He listens to you. You persuade him into this, to start doing this. Maybe. What do you think? Make teams of men and send them in various areas?
Well, if you're army, don't let me tell you how to run it. But if I was the one doing this and I pull the map out again,
Okay.
show me where the major civilizations and points of contact are.
All right. So he shows you all that.
Okay. Where do you have men located within there?
Okay. Show you some areas.
Okay. So these areas here where you've got some contacts, these areas you can send a smaller contingency of your troops to go check on those areas. but you know that she's traveling with a group. It was some kind of group disguised as performers, you said?
Yeah.
So there's a group of them. That means you can't just send, 1 or 2 guys there. If there's a group of them, they're good enough to smuggle her out, I'm assuming under guards.
Mm-hmm.
So they smuggle her out, which means they've got some skills. You can't just send 1 or 2 guys to each of these attachments, and then your men are just slaughtered. So what can you afford to send? Like, how big of a priority is this?
He says this is a major priority. We have to recover this woman.
Is this a higher priority than your Hobgoblin Town or Jun's next offensive?
John's next offensive is a while off. We could do this now. Yeah, this is a priority.
Okay. What kind of other resources do you have that can help us find this woman?
He says we got some hunters, we got some mercenaries, some trackers, but I thought you guys were the most skilled.
We are, but this isn't our area. And we've just covered, what would be on us traveling on foot. We would be we're talking an area of coverage of about 2 weeks on foot that we've just mapped out. Assuming that she wasn't moving at all, it would take us at least 2 weeks to cover this entire area. And you've got no leads on where in this area she would be. And the longer that it takes to find it, the further away she's going to be. If you've got no basis to know where she's going, this is a wild goose chase.
So what are you persuading him to do?
I'm persuading him that he needs to figure out a better priority than trying to track this woman down.
Okay.
If, you'd have to give up the majority of your forces to go looking, and you've got no idea where to look. Forget needle in a haystack. You're trying to find a specific needle in a heap of needles.
In a haystack.
All right, well, you give him the information. He's going to do whatever he does with the information.
Who would be best informed about this princess's information?
What do you mean?
Who would have an idea about where the princess might be going, who she might reach out to for help?
Only his contact.
Okay.
Who contacted him and said she was missing and he came to you? You
Yeah.
don't have, or you're not into
contact.
that, so he's going to find his own men. They're going to have to search out.
Maybe get your contact here to help facilitate this search.
Oh, I see where you're... Okay, you're trying to go that route. He's going to say, well, he is his own business. He's working from a different location. He's got a method, I guess, he's going to use to search him out as well. Just contacted me to see if anyone in our camp had skills to start a search over this way.
Sounds like he's trying to get you to cover up for his fuck up.
That is possible.
And he wants you to spend all of your resources to do it.
So we shouldn't do nothing.
Well, hey, you run your army how you want to run it. I have no idea what you want to do with this person. I don't particularly care either. My point is, you're not doing... If you're trying to find this woman, that is all you were doing for quite some time, and you got a pretty low chance of success. You don't even know this woman. Best you've got is secondhand knowledge that you have to wait for to get, because you got to talk to your contact who's not even here. I say your other guy fucked this up. Let your other guy sort this out.
He says, okay, well, if that's on him to sort out, that's on him to sort out.
I ain't the general here. You're the general.
All right, so you give him the idea that if he tells the other guy, go take care of your business, he'll take care of his business. He's got to continue on doing whatever he does.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do?
Well, we came here to see if you had any other work.
Well, that was the work.
running out to the forest for if you want us to go out, we'll go out and look. but we're going to be out there with our dicks in our hands for the most part.
Hey, man, if you're not into it, you're not into it.
You want us to make a run at this
You
and see
see
what we
it-
can find?
You see the idea that you have better use elsewhere, etc., etc. So he passes it by. He's going to find a group of guys he's going to try to send out. He's still going to send somebody out. He's gonna try to find a group of
One
guys.
last question
Gonna take
before before Clairval completely nixes the whole thing.
Well,
What's-
he's going a different way.
What was the price? What was the price he was offering for this?
Well, price is a price. He says, I don't expect you to do it for free.
What's your price?
Says a woman is invaluable to our operation. You name your price.
What price would sway your mind there, Clairval? Saying if we even considered it, because we're not considering it right now.
All right, we made 1,000 gold each for the last one.
Invaluable, remember? Invaluable.
Invaluable.
Underlined. Hyphenated. Invaluable. Invaluable, invaluable.
All right. Invaluable to your operation, you said. We've got some strings we can try and pull. We reach out to some contacts that we have. 50,000 gold pieces to bring the princess back to you. I'm assuming a lot.
Ooh. He says, unharmed. That's right. Bring her back. 50,000? Fine.
How do we get in touch with you while we're on the road in case you get any new information? Do you have sending stones, anything like that?
No.
Triangle.
Because I'm sure you'll find a way.
Must
Well-
have, like, send a guy in a green shirt,
Yeah.
tell him to
The
look for the guy in
reason
the
we
purple
wanted
shirt.
a contact is in case we needed to in case you got new information from the contacts you have around towns here. Direct us in the right way to go.
He'll look into some spells, I guess. See what he can find. See if we can get some scrolls. Something to contact you.
We'll go.
should-
We'll pick up some provisions before we leave town. We'll check in with you before we leave.
We should probably get 60% of that up front so we can get provisions and food along the way. 'cause We could,
He
be gone,
laughs at your ass.
we could be gone a month or more.
No.
Okay, 25%. That's gonna have to pay. That's gonna have to pay for some bribes. You're
Yeah,
talking
we might
about
have to
princess.
bribe some people. Yeah.
We're gonna have to bribe some people. Like, we're gonna need something down. Like this is if invaluable is what you said.
Invaluable.
Branthrin, give me a roll. Give me either a deception or a persuasion, whatever you're trying to do.
Trying to get paid.
I don't like either. I don't like either of those.
Oh,
Yeah, I
what's
got a
that?
0.
Hey, you're a 0.
He's gonna give you what
I
he's
got a
gonna
2,
do.
but it's a -2. So
From you got nothing from him last time, but from Budo you got a quarter or whatever it was. He's actually gonna give you 500 per person for supplies, and then the rest is up to your skill level. And that you bring her back, you get the rest of the 50,000.
All right.
50,000 on top of this?
The rest, so 48,000.
He says, I just want to see your success.
ish. 47,500.
Yeah.
All right. When is the planned offensive going forward? That way, if we're going on a wild goose chase here, we're going to do our best to find her, and if she can be found, she will be found.
Says you have a couple weeks. That's about it. We need her
Alright.
back by then. We need one more piece of equipment.
Okay.
You did what you didn't ask him, Clairval, is what organizations might want to take her.
I did ask.
He did
that.
ask that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He didn't have any specifics. He didn't know any specific ones. But she could have hired anybody for sure, but he didn't think it was that. The information he got is that it was a traveling circus that took her.
Yeah. He could have been kidnapped. She could have gone willingly. He didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We're going to head back to our house, make some plans for leaving town, pick up some supplies on our way out of town.
Okay.
We'll be in touch.
All right. He gives you a nod or whatnot. You make your way out of the building where he stays into the streets. Where do you want to go?
Go back to our house.
Okay. Confer at the house.
Yep.
All right. Everybody confers at the house.
Yep.
What do you want to go over?
Okay, so we're in the house. The dwarf is not back, right?
The dwarf's not there.
Okay. So you realize that we just got hired to find ourselves.
Yeah. A lot of people pay good money to therapists for this kind of stuff, so I think
And
it's your price.
I don't.
This is
I don't
one
know
of the
if it's-
reasons why I was trying to get gold.
Yeah, I know. I wanted half so that we could just skip out on them.
Well, we're obviously not returning the princess to them. But
What if
this
we-
does, this gives us good cover to be out of town.
What if we convince them that she's dead and then she doesn't have to return? She can live however she wants without anyone looking for her.
I had that thought too.
Even that without a body.
Well, we'll get her a
Also-
body.
Masato has some way of tracking her in some form.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we gotta find out what that is.
That's not working anymore. They haven't been able to track her for 3 days.
Because the ship is high up in the air.
I know, that's my point, though.
As soon as the ship comes down, they're gonna be able to track her again.
Yeah, probably gonna keep that.
Yeah, I don't think that's the way distance works for tracking stuff.
You had her on the ship when you were first heading west. You weren't flying amazing. You were high, but you weren't as high as Jackson had sent her. And he was tracking her. Jackson specifically tried to send her up to a certain elevation to see if he could overcome that. You do learn from the information from Cato that they have lost track of her. So you might get the impression that if she comes back down, it may begin to track her again. Something to do with whatever the hell he's using. Maybe it does have a distance or kind of thing.
Maybe it's something that she has on her.
Could be an
Yeah.
item she has on her.
Okay. Well, what we now have is we now have a couple of weeks. We have a timeline of when their next offensive is. We've got an excuse to not be around here.
Yep.
If we choose to send May out to go fuck with some more of the siege equipment before we leave, we have very, very high levels of plausible deniability because we weren't even fucking here.
We're just gonna have to do that tonight before we leave.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
We can give her a pass without a trace and we can give her invisibility.
Well, she can only get past without a trace if I go with it. But, you can cast invisibility on her,
Yep.
and she can stealth, or you can give her a bardic inspiration for stealth. I don't know.
Will they be guarding the equipment?
Yeah, there'll be. We noticed that there were people guarding the
There's
equipment.
generally someone a patrol there. Yeah. Again, they're not
Staring
weapons
at-
drawn. Yeah, staring at it, but they're hanging out nearby.
Just because sabotaging the equipment will probably make quite a bit of noise.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about last time. Well, Kyle, you can just go and talk to them, right?
I could and hang out there. The other thing we could do is we could do. I don't know. I guess we can't do a performance. We don't want to be seen as a.
What if we?
Not
What
one
if we
to
went
be
out?
containers right
I
Yeah.
was
What
gonna
if we
say
went?
like fireworks or something, but. some
What
sort
if
of
we went out
distraction.
as a group and just kind of canvassed the town itself? That way, you're not standing there talking to guards, and then all of a sudden the siege equipment's broken. That way, it appears
No,
more like.
Kylo could go talk to the guys on the siege equipment under the pretense of getting some information about, the local area
Okay.
because we're trying to track the princess down. The rest of us could go out and do the same. Or
You
gather-
come with me, Branson, if you want.
Well, that's kind of what I was thinking. One guy standing there kind of looks suspiciously.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Yeah. Like, hey, look over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every once in a while, I'll be like, what was that? Something stuck in my. Must have been a bug. Oh
So you got a plan to go out a little bit and rig up some of the siege equipment. What else you thinking? May was thinking about imitating a body to bring her back dead. Was one plan.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a hard time passing a body off as the princess. So it would be
Unless
interesting to see how it affects their plans.
If it's mutilated enough, they're not going to want to look very closely at it.
Okay, then we gotta find someone to mutilate.
These
The only
guys
diff-
strike me as the squeamish type.
The only problem with doing that is there's always a potential that one of these guys knows how to reanimate a body
Yeah.
Mm,
Or speak with dead.
or
Yep.
speak with dead. Yeah.
We know that Cato's got his book of holy spells.
Not anymore.
What book are you talking about?
I found this book. Here, I hand the book over to Jackson.
Could we just make an illusion?
You can make it.
Illusion fail. Like, it would work if they weren't going to interact with it, but there's no way that we just create an illusion of a body and they just okay and walk away. They're going to interact with it. They're going to touch it. They're going to take a look. They're going to closely inspect it.
yeah, they're not gonna go, "Ah, shucks."
Oh well.
Man.
What if she got
We'll
burnt
back.
and we
We'll
just give
never
her a
think about
pile
it.
of ashes? And like a tattered dress that she was wearing.
Here's some ashes and a piece of a dress.
You got some ideas. You can think of
I'm not
ideas.
saying I know where we might have found her, but I am saying that we might have found her on Stars Peak Mountain.
What?
He was thinking of giving incorrect information of where she was, so they go there and then they have to fight a legion of werewolf gnomes.
Werewolf gnomes.
Oh, yeah. That's quite a ways away, though.
No, they would just send. He's just gonna send us.
Yeah, we know where she is.
But we're not going. You take care of that.
Yeah, you go ahead.
We found her, but fuck you.
I say my suggestion would be that we mess with the siege equipment on our way out. We'll meet up with the airship, like several hours out of town, and plan our next moves from the airship.
Seems like a good start.
Now, just a question. Is there a way to get to the airship without bringing the airship down to us?
I can't teleport.
Not unless we have a really, really long ladder.
What's that disc thing? Or I was able to fly to get down to that. Speaking of that Star Peak Mountain.
Somebody cast fly at one point, right? Or had a potion of fly or something.
Fly, and I can cast levitate, but I can only do one of each.
Well, if you levitate someone up with a really long rope, and they can hook it up.
Yeah.
We stand the possibility of when that ship comes down, they're going to be able to pinpoint where she's at.
I can cast Tensor's floating disc, but it is not helpful because it can only go up or down 10 feet.
Yeah, I was about to say the disc only goes up or down 10 feet, I think.
Can you cast more than one?
I mean, not enough to get up the ship. I can cast a lot of them and get pretty high up, but no, not that high.
It's like fucking Miss Marvel here with the step.
If we
Well,
go
hey,
really fast,
it's
they
a
might
thought.
not be able to get there before we get back up in the air and they lose track of her again.
Yeah, like the odds of, okay, he's actively trying to engage his tracking spell or whatever it is at the exact moment that we bring the ship down for 5 minutes.
Depends on what he's tracking her with.
Plus, we're gonna go right straight back up. We're not gonna just
Yeah.
sit there and
So he's
navigate.
gonna get a blip, and then nothing. He
He
hasn't
can
been able to
scour
use
the area all he
He
wants,
hasn't
but
been able to
once
use
we're
the
back
blip
up in
he
the
had 3 days ago to get any clue on where she's at. We know this because he was just in contact with Kato and says, I got no clue where she is. I knew where she was 3 days ago.
Yeah, just in contact with Macedo, yeah.
Question for the DM.
Yeah.
3 days ago, was that when we got attacked by that sand genie thing?
Oh, yeah, I believe so, right? Or wait a minute. Well, yeah.
Or was that
Uh,
when Jackson came down to the farm when I went and got him?
I think it would be before you guys brought her up and off the radar.
Yeah, it was at San Genie. So like
Yeah.
the ship's been down to drop us off, and she wasn't detected.
And the ship was down because I fired the arrows into the air to bring the ship down
Yeah, and she wasn't
to
detected.
get Jackson.
Correct.
And she wasn't detected then?
Correct.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't
Okay.
happen to be checking at that moment.
Okay, so it may not be something that's constantly in communication with whatever the thing is.
Jackson's theory is that they lost communication and tracking her because we dropped the fucking sand thing off the cliff, basically.
Yeah.
Where did the sand thing come from again?
It attacked us while we were in the air.
Yeah, but how did we get it? Oh, somebody threw it on the ship, right?
Yeah, we were in the air, and didn't it just kind of like land out of fucking nowhere?
Yeah, that's why Jackson thinks that might be related.
How far up would that have to have been thrown?
It wasn't thrown. It was dropped off by the sylphs, which were the air fae.
Oh, okay.
They had carried it
Oh,
up
but
there
that's-
specifically to drop it on the deck of the ship.
I was gonna say that's a hell of an arm that can throw it that high.
Is that thing? Correct me. Did we get rid of that thing?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
dropped it off the ship.
It fell a long way.
Yeah.
It didn't survive.
We nearly dropped May off the ship too.
Yeah.
Well, I remember that, but I don't remember what happened to the little jar that it came in.
Oh, it's gone.
Broken somewhere on a beach, maybe.
Yeah.
Mixed with a bunch of other sand.
So yeah, I think we can get the ship down without an issue.
Okay.
So Branthern, Kyloke, and May go to mess with the siege equipment.
Okay.
Jackson and I can go pick up some provisions and that because we're going to be traveling for a great deal of time out in the woods.
Okay.
Then we'll head out of town. We'll go travel for a few hours. Then we'll use the crystal ball to call the ship down to come get us.
Okay.
We make our way back to the farmhouse.
All right. You got a fairly good plan. It is daytime. Do you want to do the equipment in the day? Siege equipment?
Yeah, let's do all this now.
Okay.
Because we're not going to be heading out middle of the night. We're
Yeah,
gonna-
there's not too many places we can buy provisions, so I don't know
Yeah. So
how long it'd be
if you guys are ready to go, I'll give May the invisibility now.
Put invisibility on May. She vanishes from sight. Kylo, Branthrin, and Invisible May. You exit the little cabin. And where do you want to go?
We're gonna stroll down
Okay.
toward the siege equipment.
Make your way to one of the known pieces of siege equipment you've seen in the last couple of days that Cato pointed out to you when you asked him about it. You can go by and you'll see there's a group of guys nearby. Of course, they're not up in arms and anything like that. They're pretty relaxed. They recognize you as you come over as newer mercenaries that came into town and helped out by getting that giant ballista over here. They'll welcome you over if you want to chat with them.
Well, we're gonna walk near there, but before we are really like in a
Engaged?
spot where they engage with them, or before they really notice that we're heading toward them, I'm going to stealthily cast a trace on May.
Okay. Well, it's on you. She has to be
Well, on
within.
me, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll be fully seen because we're going to be talking to these guys.
So you're going to avoid the stealth, but you're still silenced, I believe, and you're still not trackable. So you have no footprints, and nobody can hear you.
Right, unless I'm talking directly to them.
Are you sure?
I'm just going to stand there and be quiet with Branthrin?
I don't know. I thought it makes you silent within you and anybody within you.
It puts an area of silence. And,
Yeah.
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 But what happens if it doesn't ever tell you what people see when they actually see you?
Well, they'll see you, right? They just can't see footprints openly behind you. If you're walking in the snow, they notice you have no footprints. They can't hear you as you approach. You're deadly silent, right?
Okay. So what's my point of going and talking to these guys?
I'm giving you the downside of the spell.
Then I'm not going to cast it. I'm just going to let
Okay.
her go
Alright.
do her
She's
thing.
invisible.
Yeah, she's invisible and she has stealth.
Okay.
Okay, so are we at the equipment now?
Yes.
Okay. All right, you make
Alright.
your way up to the equipment. Now, she knows that her tinkering's going to make some noise. So what's your guys' plan? You know that you can't do Pass Without a Trace to keep her silent without affecting yourself with the silence.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do?
I don't know what your plan, Branson.
Well, of course the plan goes to hell. 2 seconds into it. So I don't know. Just go talk to these guys and distract them, or what do you think?
Sure, why not? It's you never failed us before.
I mean, I'm a loud dwarf, so I could be really like loud and not obnoxious, but loud enough so that they're just listening to us.
Cast some or could summon some gnomes.
Hey, what's that hammering going on in the background?
Cling, cling.
Is there anybody working on the equipment?
No, right now there's just a group of guys loosely nearby. You know that if she goes in there and she starts going to town on this, it's going to make some noise.
Before we get too far, I'm going to mention to May, try to use some acid on it so you don't have to bang so much stuff.
I will try my hardest to be quiet.
All
Although
right.
acid marks may be a little suspects.
Oh.
Why? Do they know that you have acid?
Well, she's saying the difference, I think, in outright caking it in acid and breaking things openly versus using her tools to rig it to not work right.
Oh,
It'll-
okay.
It'll be obvious that there was tampering and not just it was defective or it
Okay,
broke
I
on
don't-
its own.
I don't know your craft. Do your best.
All right.
I
She's
can, it just means they're going to be investigating who tampered with the equipment.
No, go ahead. Why is there a pickle?
Because we're in a pickle.
You're in a pickle.
Yeah,
You screwed.
Yeah, I'm not there, so I can't.
I know. I love it. So, all right, you two go
Comments.
up, and you
I'll
two.
comment afterwards.
You send May over to the May just for fun. Do a dex check with proficiency there. So do a dex check. Add your proficiency in.
Where is my proficiency? Where do I see that?
I think it's a +3 at this level.
The number above her score?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, yeah, +3.
Okay, there you go. I just want to see what she gets for tinkering.
Oh,
19.
All right, good roll. So she's got a 19. She could do this. May, when you get up there, you're invisible. You can see over, and you can see Kylo and Branthrin. They seem to be talking up some guys nearby. You have the ability to rig this machine, but as you start to do it, you pull out your tools, and you start to do it. You're noticing it's going to be loud. You're going to make some noise. You start working on it, and you bang away at something, and it makes a sound as the chain kind of pulls back on one part, and you're like, just kind of whatever. The guys over near Branthrin and Kylok, with the 19, turn around and look directly at the machine, kind of not pull their weapons out, but kind of like anything in their hand. They're kind of, hey, what's going on here? They start looking over. It's dead silent after that. No one's there. Nothing can be seen. But they're
you
like,
hear anything? I didn't hear anything.
I'm gonna loudly be like, "Are you guys okay? Like, you guys are hearing things, or like, what's going on over
deception rolls from both of you versus very low number.
Oh, my deception's low too. It's only a 4.
there?" 7.
I got a 10. They're kind of on edge. They're like, wait a minute. There's no way you didn't hear that. Come on with us. Let's go investigate this. Let's go. They're gonna.
What are you talking? What are you talking about? What noise? The birds over there, or that thud that sounded like somebody dropped something?
You already failed the deception. They're gonna
Well, I'm not
start.
being deceptive.
Kylo so that he could give the spell for no sound.
He can't hear me
You know,
cut out.
talk his way out of it.
He broke up there. I didn't hear what he said.
They're gonna walk over and invite you guys to come with them and start looking around. They don't see anything, maid's visible type thing. They just kind of get near it. They don't go on it or anything. They get near it and they're looking around, and they're just like, you know, oh, I guess it's nothing. The old Skyrim
Must have been the wind.
must have been the wind. Kind of looking around, but
Someone steal your sweet roll.
they're close by. They're close by the machine. They're looking around. They heard something from there. It could have been whatever. Maybe it was the machine settling. Who knows, right? But they're nearby. May, you're kind of frozen for a minute, you know, just waiting. You're invisible, but you're just trying to see how far they're going to come and what they're going to do. You got a really good score here. You can really mess up this machine, but you're going to need time to do it, and it's going to make some noise. What do you want to do? You can see the guys are relatively close with Kylo and Brantham.
Just want to see. I can create sounds that originate from a point of my choice with thaumaturgy.
Mm-hmm.
So can I try to make some sounds come from out of, like, to get them farther away so they won't hear as much?
For sure,
Since
you can.
they're investigating.
You got the field, and then eventually the forest to your north. You have some buildings back to the east, and to the south you got the fence line and whatnot. Which way do you want to make some noises?
Which one would be more out of the way?
I mean, they're all out of the way. Whatever way you want to send the guys back into town towards some buildings, want to send them north into the fields towards forest, or do you want to send them south?
Can she project the sounds that she's actually making?
Yeah, thaumaturgy, whatever it's called. You can make sounds up to a certain distance. I don't know what it is.
No,
you can-
but
Yeah.
like her actual tinkering sounds that she's making.
Yeah.
Can she throw those away?
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, I
Send
can.
Send them to the houses.
Yeah, you can make
Like
basic.
somebody's working on a
Without
house.
reading the spell line for line, I know you can make basic sounds.
Because it says, like, the cry of a raven,
Yeah.
ominous whispers, or rumble of thunder.
Mm-hmm. Chinking of
Smack of
tools.
a hammer.
Yeah.
But can I transfer the sounds I'm making over?
Like just a small sound, like somebody working with tools.
You're still gonna
Okay.
hear both sounds though, right?
Yeah, I think that's what she's asking is, could she
Yeah.
throw the sound like a ventriloquist? But no, the spell doesn't let you
Oh,
do that.
right.
Oh,
Can't keep
okay.
it per. No, gotcha.
So once we like they move away, then have
Yeah.
at it, so to speak.
So make, like, some ominous whispers, like suspicious noises off by the houses to get them
Loud
into
noises.
your area.
Okay. She makes some noises over back towards the houses. The guys kind of smack you on the chest there, Kylo. Come on, let's go. Let's go see what's going on. Somebody's screwing around over here.
All right, man.
Yeah,
lead
let's
the- lead
go.
the way. I heard it that time. So what do you got?
Yeah, let's go. You gotta go off that way. You gonna go with them?
Yep.
All right. You guys
And
travel
fun
as
part
a.
is you guys.
Walking over with purpose. What's going on over here? Who's doing something?
I don't even think
I'm
you
gonna-
guys would know that I did that either, because
No.
all you just know is ominous whispers. Always.
They lead you back towards these houses. By the time they get there with you two, they're like, spread out, let's look around. Somebody's doing something. There's somebody sneaking around here.
Okay, while we're doing that, can I see the siege equipment from where we are?
For sure.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep an eye out for someone walking by.
Okay. All right. May continues on. She had a high roll. We're going to keep her roll as she continues to disassemble the machine. Takes her some time. She gets going on the machine. Guys wrap up what they're doing over here. They're like, well, I don't know what's going on. Something's up. Keep your guard up, they say to you, and then they're going to start walking back towards the machine. What do you guys want to do?
Am I done
want-
at this point?
No, you still got a little bit left.
What do you want me? You want us to stay here and see if the sound comes back here again, or what you want to? You want to stay here and we'll go watch over there, or you want? What do you want to do?
Oh, all
Are they
right.
still by the houses?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a door slam shut behind them.
Okay.
I can do that with thaumaturgy.
All right. All right. one of the guys looks over to you, Kylo. He goes, "Oh, God damn it. Ghost, you deal with this shit." He runs out of there. Full force.
Ghost.
He's gone.
It's the middle of the day.
You see him hightail it. The other guys kind of look at you.
Time.
I tell his buddy, I said, "What is he, an idiot? Like ghosts come out at night, not during the day."
They do, he says. Are there ghosts around here?
At night, yeah.
Holy crap, really?
Well, yeah, we saw them when we were on our way into
You
town.
saw ghosts?
What,
I
are you
was-
afraid of ghosts?
Oh,
It was
hell
a
yeah.
It was a zombie or something like
There's
that.
zombies here?
Not really a ghost. Do you not leave the town ever?
Gee. No, well, I mean, we go here and there, but I didn't see no zombies. You telling me there's zombies and ghosts here?
Yeah, walking undead.
The hell with this?
Some old lady.
Give me you're not really lying.
I'm not lying at all, man.
Give me a persuasion.
Oh, natural 20.
Oh.
So it's 22.
You see him talk to his buddies. Let's go see if we can get a reassignment, maybe something safer. They take off as well. They run off back into the town.
But hey, come on, what are we talking here?
No, ghosts. He takes off.
I really want to fuck with them. Can I make the earthquake for a second there?
Cast a little rumble of the earth near them.
Yeah.
You look over, stand up, look off the siege equipment, see the guys that kind of walking. As soon as they hear the rumble, you see them pick up their legs and start running really fast. They drop what's in their hand. Guys just
Man, they got
boot
nobody with any skill.
it. You're the skilled ones.
I
You
know,
guys,
but-
being alone at the building, you make your way back to the siege equipment. You can hear May tinking away, banging away. After a little while, she's finished. She's like, "Okay, got it rigged."
Was she
How
out?
many-
Saying she got it rigged.
Jackson, Kylo,
Come
you
out?
guys got some, Clairval, Jackson, you guys got your supplies. Are you looking for anything specific or just picking up supplies?
Food, the usual torches,
Okay.
You guys come running past them yelling about ghosts.
Freaking ghosts here.
Oh, Jackson is going to get a few extra sets of common clothes.
Oh, okay. All right. You're able to. Anything
Just
specific?
basics. Feminine clothing and some grooming supplies.
Okay. Well, we got some good stuff.
We
Write
brought a
it down.
princess onto our ship.
Good idea. Able to
How
come
many,
across that town.
How many siege equipments are there?
Shit, what did we say last game? 3, I think there was 3,
three, yeah.
including...
There was 3 other pieces.
Yeah, 3 others, so 4
There's
total.
A trebuchet and a ballista, I think.
Yeah.
And no, what did we
Ballista's
get?
the one that we brought in.
Ballista, trebuchet, catapult, and stairs.
Catapult.
So I guess we're moving on to the next one.
Or did she do all of them?
She did 1. Is that the plan?
One.
Yeah, that was just
Yeah,
one.
that's the. We can't just do one. We gotta do them all.
So
Okay.
we're moving on to the next one.
Gonna spend your day doing that. If you want, we can say, she knows enough of what to do at this point to lure people off. Not that you're gonna frighten them like that, but you can lure them off, and you guys can keep them rounded up long enough that she can get these things going. For those final 2, though, May, give me checks. So let's do 2 dexterity checks with proficiency. 1 for the, we'll say the catapult, 1 for the stairs.
I got nat 20, so
Yeah,
24.
nice.
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 And
Nice.
21.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, she rigs everything damn well good that it's not going to operate. It's going to backfire, whatever it's going to do. It's not going to be successful at all. You spend half the day, we'll say, doing this into the afternoon to get that done. By that time, the other guys have supplies. You've got everything rigged. Guys, where you want to meet up?
Back at the house.
Yeah, fair. Back at the house. Meet back at the house. You give the idea you got the machines rigged. What do you
Now,
want
do
to
we
do?
need to go and let somebody know that we're heading out on this?
We already told them we were
Yeah, but we have to let them know when we're leaving.
500 gold. No.
Yeah, no, you can come and go.
No.
Okay. Dwarf's not back yet, eh?
No, Dwarf didn't come back for some reason. Maybe he found another spot. Who knows what?
He really hated Branson's cooking.
He was like, that dwarf cannot cook.
Can't be from around here.
What's he playing? You got your stuff sabotaged. So everything's
Yep.
sabotaged. You got supplies.
So it's late afternoon,
It's afternoon. 2 to 3 o'clock.
mid-afternoon.
What do you-
Okay.
what do you want
Are
to-
we heading out there,
Yeah.
Clairval?
Let's go.
You're planning to get to the cabin in the woods?
How'd you guys do? Yep.
All good. In fact, there's probably a rumor going through the town that there's
Insight
ghosts.
check.
Went off without a hitch.
Mm-hmm.
Ghosts.
Yeah, ghosts. Maybe
Go.
some zombies too. What?
Where is
Oh, it's
broke
cutting
there
out.
a rumor of ghosts?
In the town, in the camp.
Could have just been up over there near the town.
Right around where you guys were seen?
No, kind of in the housing nearby.
No, nobody saw a ghost. They just heard that there were ghosts like in the area.
We're gonna get past without a trace.
It was not a good time for that. I would have had to stand there with Branthron and being completely quiet. Why is your buddy not talking? Mm.
So they may be wise that their siege equipment has been fucked with and start taking a
Clairval,
look at it, undo
Let me-
everything that we just did.
let me ask you a question. Have you talked to any of the troops in this town?
Yep.
Do any of them strike you as very sleuthy at all?
That's true.
Like if you ask them what 1 and 1 was, I think you're gonna 1 plus 1. I think you're gonna get the answer of like 7.
they're,
So,
they're not
No,
dumb, but
no.
they're not.
Besides
You're
the
gonna
ones who saw
four
who
different
heard the
answers.
ghosts, they ran out of here. They're probably not even talking to anybody on their way out.
Yeah, they're gone. They're
well,
out.
except I told them
They're
there were
going back.
zombies on the road, so I don't think they left the town.
Well, they're definitely not sticking around the camp anymore.
Maybe not.
That
Well,
one
But the
guy's
witches
gone.
weren't close enough to the siege equipment that it would be associated with the siege.
Just go and we'll pretend that this actually went well.
You guys feel successful.
I look over to Branson. I thought it went well.
I bet it went well too.
It's a nice
we have
day
a-
too. Sun was
Should
out.
we, should we have drinks?
Sure.
I'm gonna grab some ale and pour him a glass and myself. And
Some
some ale.
jerky. I picked up some jerky for you.
Are you heading out?
I'm saying we are what we.
Are you heading out today in the afternoon for the house in the woods?
Yes, after our early supper here.
All right. Grab some beers for the road. Make your way out.
Now, suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On our way out of town, cast
that was the plan.
pass without a trace, just in case anybody thinks about following it.
Once we leave the gate, I will cast it.
Yeah, so we don't have to like talk to people.
All right. Have May and Kylo do survival checks as the Rangers.
This is still a forested area, right?
Yep. Forest.
Oh, nice. I don't even have to roll twice. At 19 plus 4, so 23.
Yeah. What May get here?
What am I rolling?
Survival.
Survival.
$13.
Not bad. Okay. You both work together. You guys make your way out of town north towards the cabin. You've been there, I think, twice now. Still takes about a half day, so 4 hours. So we'll be there around 7 o'clock, right?
We passed without a trace after we left the main gate.
You
So
left-
they know we left.
Leave
Beyond
the
that,
main
they
gate,
can't
but
track
nobody
us.
can track you as to where you've gone. You guys all travel together pretty much in silence to the world around you and without leaving any indication you've ever been there. Make your way back to the cabin. The cabin again, just sitting there quiet and silent. As you arrive, Sun's going down, of course. It's down behind the trees. Long shadows. It's getting dark. What do you want to do from here?
We should probably check out the farmhouse, see if everything is still in order.
Seems fine as you arrive.
No one's been here.
Doesn't look like it.
Well, do we make camp here and summon the ship in the morning, or do we summon the ship now, or what do we do? What do you think? I don't know how long it takes Jackson to summon the ship.
So from here, from the little cabin about to the ship was your other half day, right? Because you passed those ruins and all that stuff. So it'd take you another 4 hours, roughly. It'd be 11 o'clock at night. If you want to make your way there, you can. Or you can wait. It's up to you.
It's not opposed to traveling to get there.
It's only 11 o'clock at night. I mean, we've got... Now, Pass Without a Trace only goes for an hour, so we've used that up.
Hour outside of town, yeah.
We could do the same thing from here, so that in case somebody comes to this, they can't trace us going away from the building.
Mm-hmm. Consensus to keep traveling?
Sure.
Okay. Travel the normal route. Using your survival, which is very high, you're able to make your way there safely through the woods, not only avoiding natural pitfalls or things that will slow you down, but any sign of movement or any creatures or anything out there. Make your way to the designated spot north of the forest where the ship originally had dropped you off. And what do you want to do from there? Moon is out in full at this point. Got moonlight all over the...
What's the cloud cover look like? Is it clear skies?
It's fairly clear, yeah. You got pretty much starry skies. A couple big clouds here and there just floating by, but that's about it. Every once in a while, a big shadow.
Isn't it always a full moon?
It's always a moon out. It doesn't have to be necessarily clear skies. It could be obscured.
Right.
Yeah, at this point, we need Clairval to scry and message the ship in order for it to come down, because the other option is shouting.
Okay.
All right, use the crystal ball. Communicate with the ship. Ship will, of course, begin to descend. Takes a few minutes. Ship comes down, lowers down as before. Men throw down the plank.
Anybody's watching, when he says ship, he means the air elemental that is in the ship.
Is in the magical
Moves the
helm.
ship.
That
Yes.
moves the ship. Communicates with it. It lowers the ship down. Raoul and the men there throw the plank down and come out, and they ask you. They see you. They see Jackson. Captain.
Hey, Raoul, looking good, man. How's it going?
What are we doing, Captain?
Well, we got a job that we're not taking. However, we did get some supplies from the nearby location, and we have some plans that we're going to head out and take care of.
And money.
Are we setting sail, Captain?
Yes.
All right. He goes down. The guys help you out if you need anything.
Before we actually go, Jackson does want to take Amiko and give her the new clothing.
Okay.
And tell her to leave anything that she has from the castle. Leave that behind.
Aha. Okay. So
We should burn it too.
you go in, talk to her, persuade her that, hey, baby, you're being tracked but based on something you're wearing. Here's new clothing, a new outfit for you. Give that to her. She'll change. She'll hand you back her original gear. What do you want to do with that? Clairval brings up burning it. Or not Clairval, sorry, Kylo.
You got them both mixed up tonight.
Yeah, no way. My God.
It's okay. Next time my character dies, I'll make a character that also starts with that word.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Clairloke, yeah.
Not to be confused with Kai or Kara either.
Just a thought. Should we have Kara or May check her for any kind of tattoos that could be tracked?
We could try.
Like a royal marking or something on her?
It's a good point you bring up.
I've seen it done. I've seen it done in the
Well, a lot of these people.
They used to mark the
yeah.
mark their generals in case that they went missing. They had a mark tattooed on them.
Well, just in general, the people over here wear a lot of decorative stuff like that as well. Many of the people do have tattoos, and of course, being an heir, it might be something that would significantly mark her as that.
Here's something that could be interesting. We fly back up high. We've got time to kill now, right?
Sure.
While we
Right.
figure out our next move. We fly back over the kingdom, drop the clothes off there, and then take off again, just to fuck with them.
I
Nice
like that
idea.
idea.
We dress the little owl guy up in, or the fox guy up in him and drop him off too. Cut out his tongue first.
Has Niato
Or you
been
can
in any
just put
trouble?
the clothes on the owl guy, throw them over the ship, they find a splat. Maybe they stop
Next.
looking.
Jackson is gonna ask Raoul, has the fox been in any trouble?
He says, "No, that guy, he won't say a word."
I'm gonna go and talk to him once
Alright.
the rest of the crew has their plan decided, which sounds like dropping this stuff.
All right, you go see the little little fox man. There, he's all beaten up, mangled like he always was.
Gonna sit down in front of him. You got a choice here. Your life, as far as I'm concerned, is mine. Now, how you pay that debt is up to you at this point. My choices for you are, we can strand you alone on an island with one shot. That's the one that I like more. But we
Some
just
rum
left a
nowadays.
town of a bunch of horrible shit people. And I wouldn't mind if I gave you a bunch of gunpowder and let you go and blow them up.
You see him get excited at that. He likes blowing things up.
Fuck it, I'll even pay you 200 gold for it.
Gonna die.
He gets stars in his eyes. He goes, "I'm good with the bombs. I know what to do. Just tell me where and when."
You're gonna stay here for 3 days with your supplies. And then, when it's been 3 moons, go and blow some shit up.
He looks happy about that.
Jackson's gonna set down a bag of gold,
Okay.
and he's going to go and start wheeling 1 barrel of gunpowder off the ship.
Nice.
Because he's literally just gonna let this guy go fucking blow shit sky high. He's giving him a whole barrel of gunpowder.
Which he likes to do. He's gonna, if he can, he'll ask for some supplies, some little shells and whatnot, something he can make bombs out of, some sacks and things, little things he can use for wicks.
Just a question: did you break this guy? Like, is he not gonna like realize that these are the guys that hired him originally?
These guys didn't hire him.
Oh no.
No.
No, it was the assassin that
yes.
gave us trouble earlier that hired him.
Oh.
This
He
guy
was
is
trying to-
freelance.
He was trying to prove himself as a master, or
Oh,
not a
okay.
master, but as an assassin to her.
She was hired by them, but he was hired by her, right? Okay.
Yeah, he's just some freelance third-party fuck-up.
He failed his mission, right? He's no good, but he likes to bomb things and blow things up. You're gonna pay him to go blow things up. He's gonna go blow things up. All right, you leave him
Jackson will give
supplies.
him
He'll do that.
A few supplies
Trash can.
and... Where is it? Yeah, just a few supplies for food. And it's clearly not going to be enough to, like, survive more than 3 days. But,
All
like,
right.
he can get more from this town if he survives.
3 days worth
Jackson
of food.
doesn't care.
He's got gunpowder. He's got a couple supplies to make bombs. He's got money for a job. You lead him off the ship. You take the clothes from Amico. What are you guys gonna do with them right now? Keep them on the ship? Your plans to drop them off over the city?
Or are you gonna have him wear them?
No.
You do good of getting the clothing off her. If
Do you
it's
remember that
anything-
spell that we were warning you about earlier? Speak with the dead.
Right. Yeah.
They don't need a whole lot of the dead to do that.
Right.
You get the clothing off her if that's what's being tracked, and you're gonna do whatever you're gonna do with it.
Somebody check her for the tattoos too.
Okay, if you send the girls to check her for a tattoo, she will have some kind of marking. She will have normal tattoos, and she will have a marking. She will say that is what, you know, signifies her as this heir. I missed
What did
that.
Clarabelle say?
Use detect magic on any of the markings.
The markings don't come off as magical.
Okay, so no magical markings. And we're sure she's kept nothing from the kingdom.
No, I don't think she has anything on her from the kingdom. She had some supplies with her and stuff when she left, right? Nothing in there that she would need.
Right, so are we dropping it off or are we burning it?
We're gonna drop it off at the castle.
Okay.
All right, you drop off the little
We can
man.
wrap it in a cannonball and drop it on the castle.
Drop the little fox man off. Are you guys taking off into the sky?
Yeah.
Okay. You
Yep.
only spend enough time on the ground to get the guy's supplies, wheel out the barrel of gunpowder for him, and then take off back into the sky. Use the magical helm and the air elemental to return to the skies. Get up above the cloud line where you were before, just in case you're being tracked still. Who knows? In that into the skyline. Your heading is now for the kingdom, is it?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
So how are we going to drop this off? We're going to tie it in a bag and put a little
Cannonball.
parachute on it, or are we going to cannonball it over? Cause,
Throw it off to the side.
okay, because the cannonball might make them think that there's a ship around.
I mean,
Yeah,
any
no, just
heavy
let
object
it
would
go.
do.
Let
Yeah,
it
we'll
just float down.
Okay.
Do you want to spend a couple days? You're gonna have to spend a couple days, obviously, to fly back that way. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
so we're gonna fly back towards the kingdom, very high up into the cloud line, and when we get over the kingdom, we're gonna drop her personal effects, clothing, back down there in case that's what's being tracked.
Sure.
Her
Yep.
herself, Emiko, will have a new set of clothing. She will still have her markings, still who she is about her. But from that point, we think we've dealt with that to an extent. We've talked to the general, and we've given him some ideas about, how hard this will be to find this woman. But we did name a huge price, just in case. We're still thinking overall, I guess, what to do with various factions and what to do next. And that's where we'll call it as we're flying towards the kingdom, getting ready to throw this stuff over the edge. What are some major?
Big trip to do the most petty shit.
No, like this isn't that petty. If the clothes are what they're using to track her,
Mhm.
well, now they've got it back here. For all they know, they might think, okay, she's staying close to the kingdom. She's hiding nearby, and
In
they're
the
going to start
catacombs.
scouring the local area that much more to try and find her close by, thinking that she's nearby.
There is that, yes.
Then if they find the clothing, they'll know they've been duped, and
Now,
she's-
the only difficulty with that is if they don't find the clothing right away and we go back to the town.
Well, no, they'll find the clothing.
Right, but even if they find the clothing, we might get back and Kato might send us.
Well, they
to
will
the
find
town.
the clothing. Using the clothing to track her, they'll find it.
He may send us back to the town, which means Masato or whatever it is has seen us.
That was Masato seen us. We were all.
No, he saw us when we were there as performers. So if we go back as agents working for the other general,
I thought you were in guys, so
Yeah.
Oh, we were in guys for the thing. Okay,
As
yeah.
long as I don't, don the juggling outfit.
Yeah, as long as you don't put the gnomish clown outfit on, you'll be fine. Yeah. Okay.
So as we're here, what is our next major move after we drop off the clothing?
Jackson does kind of want to go to Hema and start fortifying that town. He doesn't know how much they'll trust him on that, but it is an idea.
Okay, so one of the ideas is to go to Hema and fortify the town against an incoming attack.
Now the other idea might be, now we know that Amiko wants to go back to Ashura
Mm-hmm.
to begin her new life, but we may want to take her to why can't I think of his name? Our elven mage for some protection in the Elven City.
Okay.
Drop her off and come back. Then we can always say, well, we'll take you on to Ashura after everything is settled down a bit, or after we've dealt with one of the factions. And then we still have Kai and Kara's thing to do, which includes John.
Which how are you going to do that? What's your next major move? So I get an idea of where you're planning, what you're doing.
Well, when we go back, they're going to be the two people we bring back with us as our
Okay.
extra muscle.
Okay.
Right? Our extra.
Right. How are you going to find John? What are you going to do? I'm not putting you on the spot, just getting a loose idea.
Well, you said John was coming to lead the siege. Whenever that
John
happens,
eventually
in a
will
couple of
eventually
weeks.
lead a siege, right? But
Yeah.
John in his army, you want to fight him in his army, or do you want to fight him separate? It's up to
Well,
you.
wherever he's going to be, he'll have his army
What if, remember at the very
What if
beginning,
he-
he's at a manor
with his army.
by himself?
By himself.
He has no army with him, so the whole army is in the
I
camp.
just
we
had
came
another
from.
thought. No, I just had another thought about Macedo. So, do you think he would send out underlings at this point if they were close to the kingdom, or do you think he'd go out himself to try and find the princess?
That's a good question.
'Cause, like he just suspects that the performers are the ones that took her, but if he finds, he's using the clothes to detect her, and then he gets a blip from it close to town, he might think, oh, the little bitch is just hanging out close by, she's afraid to go anywhere, I'll go take care of this myself and teach her what's what, and then we're waiting in ambush, we can take one of the pieces off the board.
I like that idea.
Okay, so there's a plan to kill or attack Macedo in town.
Like we fly back to the kingdom. Well, no, not in town. We
Set an ambush.
fly back towards the kingdom. We're just a little ways outside of it. We go down with Amiko's clothing, which is what we think he's using to track it. If not, she's there. So we get some kind of ping. He goes out to investigate it. We're lying in wait with the trap set up to get him.
Okay, just getting some ideas from you guys. I have
you
all
gonna
my
tell
stuff all written too. I'm just trying to figure out where you're going to go, and we'll.
How are you going to tell if he's going to come after us by
No,
himself?
it's a gamble.
These are
Well,
ideas, just ideas of plans first. Yeah. Well, think about it too.
It's
If
just a possibility.
Yeah.
He could send some underlings after.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And again, we could talk about it in the channel on Discord. We got some ideas. I just want to know where to start out having you go. Now, we know you're in the ship. We know you're headed towards town. Just try to think about your plan, your idea as we start the next game on your focus of what you're going to do, where you're going to drop these clothes or not drop these clothes, or how you want to get who out, etc., etc. Think up plans during the week, and we'll come up with something big for the next one. And what your ultimate goal is. Is your goal to get John, help Amiko, whatever it is, and then if it is to get John, where are you going to get him? Are you going to get him on the battlefield? Are you going to get him in a manor house? Is his army with him, right? Or maybe where is his main army? These are mercenaries in the town. He's supposed to have an army as well, right? Where's his army? Where's his other guys? So there's all these different things. But yeah, let's leave it at that. We'll call it there for now. And what do we want to do? We don't have a big number there, so we don't, unless anybody special is on.
Let's see if any of my friends are on.
Let's see who we have for potential raids. I got nobody really.
Elliot's on playing Overwatch.
Elliot got Overwatch.
It's the only one I see.
Or are we
Yeah.
just movie it out tonight?
Yeah.
Are we doing a movie tonight?
Yep. We got Conan.
All right.
Barbarian
We'll do
on
one
the
of the
Discord
Conan.
channel.
All right. Anybody else who did come by, or if you're here, we play a homebrew game every Sunday night from about 9:30 till 12 midnight Eastern Standard Time. All the videos can be seen either on the YouTube channel under that little logo right there, UPM Gaming, or UPM_gaming here on the channel. Check out Caldane 5 as well. And I think
That's his logo.
That's his logo right there, the little controller and that. Should be able to find him from that. We'll just close this up. And thank you guys for coming, whoever came. The rest of us hang around for the thing. We're going to play the movie, play some music, and then we'll come back. Good?
Yeah.
See ya. All right, movie
Good
out.
night, everybody.
See you guys.
See ya.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Melancholy, fear the approaching doom. Know your fears, but don't let them consume. Innocence lost, no one is in